I did tell people online to show up later, but just in case I want to open it, in case someone is sitting there waiting. And my computer, I'm gonna have to
I don't
restart.
know how you orchestrate all that.
Yeah,
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you, I used to, teaching used to keep me, have me invigorated. I'm still at this stage where I'm exhausted by the end of the class, so
Oh, yeah.
it's, and in 2 weeks, I start another one right after this one,
Oh, wait.
so.
Do you think Maria's coming back? Should I be on this side?
Not today. She said this whole week and she's here already, but online. Hi, Maria.
Hello. Hola. Good morning.
Good morning. Still trying to get in on the school computer is not working. So I'm on my laptop, and I had told everyone to wait a little bit to show up online, but I connected just in case. But I'm still gonna be helping people connect. So everyone, once you're in, open up your Safari so that we can open up your emails and get you connected to your Zooms. And my computer's finally opening up. ¿Qué tal, María? ¿Cómo va? ¿Recibiste mi respuesta?
Así, maestra, sí, muchas gracias, ¿no?
¿Te
Ya no
conectaste?
le contesté porque ya me iba a conectar a la clase, pero sí, muchas gracias por su respuesta y por todo lo que me dijo. Ya la próxima semana regreso a clase, ¿eh? Solo fue esta semana.
Perfecto. Tu compañera acá está preguntando, ¿va a volver? ¿Va a volver?
Sí. Es que operaron a mi hijo del apéndice de emergencia.
Ay, qué feo, qué dolor.
Sí, lo tuve que llevar de emergencia y ya no lo dejaron salir y está aquí en la casa, entonces bueno.
Bueno, qué suerte.
Pero regreso el martes.
Bien. Ok, voy a cambiar el audio,
Sí.
así que va a sonar feo. Ok. What's that? I did forget. I guess, you know what? I must be forgetting because of the kindness of strangers. You know what I mean? It's like everyone's helping me.
These are brand new. I went over to Thrifties and they're like,
Oh.
I saved $2 by buying 2 packages. I always keep them.
You know what? I'm gonna make myself a note right now and see, by the way, teaching you guys how this works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Siri. I'm gonna say, hey Siri. Set alarm by lozenges
For what time?
for 2 p.m.
Your lozenges alarm is set for 2 p.m.
2 p.m. I'm gonna get a little by lozenges alarm.
Hello.
I know, isn't that amazing? That's Siri, okay? And the rest of the class could have seen that happen. They are they didn't connect.
I tried to replicate it last night.
Thank you.
I've never done series. I gotta learn how to do that.
So there you go. I just
First change it to
made an alarm by telling Siri. You have to figure out how to talk to it, but once you figure it out, you saw, there we go. I just made it. I'll show you guys.
Okay.
Change it to a sexy male voice. My sister always cusses when she doesn't get something right. And this series said, is that any way to talk to me? Oh, really?
That's Siri or is that Alexa? The Siri, Alexa does that, yeah. All right. Okay. So, hi, Julie. Okay, I'm gonna go around helping everyone in class now to get yourselves set up. I said open Safari. Open Safari is the little button. Mhm. Okay, now that you have Safari, go to SBCC. Well, you can go into the recently visited and these are them, so.
Doesn't matter which one.
Either one, it's a simple, but not a, yeah. Okay, one more time. No, it's going. Slow. I need to let you in. Okay, so now, if you go into your recents, hold on, I need to oh, no, you haven't asked to come in yet. Try again. So type SBCC. And since you had gone there before, it's already typed, so now just hit the return. Like the computer remembers. Okay. Sign in, doesn't memorize, you can click on that for your username. And then click in there to put in your password. And then click in there for to remember your password. And then log in. Now go to your email. And then when the email pulls up. I need to teach you guys how to, and then there's today's email. I need to teach you how to use the memory. Okay, so now go to your email.
Not functioning.
And then click on the email of today's link, which is probably the third one. Okay, remember to be, you have to do the cleared pass every morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did it there. Okay, go to your email. Oh, not working? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, well, it's taking, I see that you're. Okay, so open Safari. And there's the Zoom link. Perfect. Alright, so go up there and write sbcc.edu. And just like go. And as soon as you go SG, it remembers you. Oh, that's going to take you to Zoom. So don't do that. Go to sbcc.edu. .edu, good morning. Hit return. And then I'll let you all go to pipeline. Okay, so click on this link. Okay, so the email sends you a link to go. So hopefully you guys are getting to the place where you can get up here on your own. Click on that link. Everyone, when you get to the email, click on the link. That link takes you to the Zoom.
Oh, I see, so then if you
Now go
can
to
see.
email. And then click on the email. Okay, say allow. Okay, now it's say launch meeting. And now say join with. Okay, so those are like 5 or 6 steps, and then when you're, he'll let you in. Okay, at this point, so say join with video, otherwise, okay, everyone has to be, okay, say join with video. I hate to see that. All right. Cool, so now you've all. That's why she has. Now, for some reason, the projector is not turning on.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm gonna go around and making sure everyone turns off their second sound. Okay, so when I let you in, say join your audio. You got it? Yes. So everyone say join with computer audio, say join with computer audio, start. Yeah, you say launch meeting.
Yes. Yes, doesn't.
And then say, okay, it's telling me that it's being recorded, join with computer audio, Jeanette.
And what do I do?
Join with, just click join with computer audio, you can't.
Oh,
do
up
anything.
here?
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay, and now, go down to your tools, go to this little icon. That one, not that one,
Hi, Maria.
that one. And then say leave computer audio.
I see you on Tuesday, I promise.
Your sound is off, Maria. We can't hear you.
her.
I see you on Sunday and not in
Sound is
Tuesday.
off. No, don't mute yourself. Leave computer audio. Maria, we can't hear you, or maybe it's
Oh.
because, do I have? Try again, Maria.
Oh, I see you on Sunday and Tuesday and Sunday.
Why is the sound not?
No, no,
I think, hold on, I need to see why the computer audio, the built-in microphone.
Oh,
System, can somebody from
somebody
home
can
speak
hear
up?
me.
I can hear her.
Still can't hear you. I'm changing the audio. The computer,
I'm
the school
here.
audio. That is so. Okay, again? Can somebody speak? No?
Tuesday, guys.
Okay, the last one is blood check. That. Right now?
Recording in progress.
Can somebody speak? Okay, everyone just connected and your sound. So say God. Go over here to this little triangle. Yeah. And say leave computer audio. Leave computer audio on down. Okay,
I need to get off this.
no, say launch Zoom.
I hate
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All right, I still can't hear anyone from home. Can somebody speak again? I tried something new.
Oh, hello.
Oh, why can't I hear people from home? I'm gonna switch audio to my laptop to just get going, but I don't, it's not good.
I didn't send your text here, otherwise I'll in.
Okay. I'm gonna leave audio. There's the system. Okay, I'm gonna leave that computer audio. And I'm gonna turn on my computer again. Okay, can you guys? Is someone else who's connected to audio? Yeah,
I thought I had, wait,
There it is. Maybe
okay.
it's me.
How about now? Can someone from home speak up?
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so I'm hearing you guys on my laptop, which is not good because it's a very low sound, but I can't make the audio on the system work. So but it's better than nothing. All right. Okay, so can you turn the sound, leave a computer audio on yours, Jeanette? All right. Hi, everyone.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please go to the chat, everyone, and do your little. And so we even started early today. And it still took a little bit of time because of the audio that's doing a weird thing, but okay. All right. So I'm not sure. You guys hear me well at home? All right.
Yes,
And
yes.
I have you on as loud as I can on my laptop. And we'll see if I move away if you can hear me. And it's like the projector is not working and the sound is not working. So I need to call tech support to have them come and figure out why the projector is not working and the sound is not working. Because you guys are seeing me, like I can do a Zoom class and everyone can be on Zoom, but the display here and the sound isn't working. So anyway, I'll start the class, but on Zoom, strictly on Zoom. So what I'm gonna do, if everyone gives me just a minute, I'm gonna go call the phone to call tech support is up. Actually, I can probably call tech support. From here. Give me a second. I need to get someone to come into the room to fix stuff. But if I call them now, they might take an hour. Meanwhile, or two, I'll teach on Zoom. But I need to get the call done so that they know that I need. There's Emma. Oh. Support. I'll keep letting people in. Okay. Tech support, tech support.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, hi Josie. I know you just joined us and you're wondering what's happening.
Yes,
I'm
hello.
calling tech support because my computer at school is not working. I'm on my laptop right now. But
Okay.
anyway, meanwhile, I just wanted to, you know, why I'm on my phone. I'm gonna let them know they need help and then I'm gonna keep going with the class, but
Thank you, no problem.
okay, so. Okay, I'm on hold. So one of the things that happened when I walked in today is people talking about how useful things in the control panel had been for them. How about at home? Has anyone discovered something in the control panel that they didn't know about before or that was new? Oh, hold on. Hi, Alan. Hi, I'm Diana Musacchio here in room 3. How are you? Wake Center, Wake Campus. All right, so I am teaching my class. Fortunately, I brought my laptop, so I'm teaching on Zoom. It's a HyFlex class. My computer desk, my teacher station projector isn't working, nor the sound. So the Zoom that I have running on my computer teacher station isn't displaying on the projector and it's not, and the sound is not working. So I'm only working through my laptop and I'm going to continue with my Zoom class, but I need someone to come and fix it. No. I brought my laptop. It's completely separately connected and I'm in the middle of class and I'm going to keep teaching because half of the people are on Zoom. But everyone here in class is having to follow me on Zoom. If I didn't have my laptop, I'd be not able to teach a class right now. My computer teacher station is not working the sound, so I can't hear anyone who's at home. And the projector is not displaying, even though it's turned on onto the screen. So it's 2 problems. Maybe it's the same problem. I don't know. And I've restarted already twice. Yeah, it says display on. It says HDMI. Okay, so someone must have come in and used. Okay, there it says PC. All right, I wonder if sound is working now. Let me join audio again. So I guess someone used it and didn't leave it in their regular settings. Let's see. Can someone at home talk now, please?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. Home is working. Okay, that was easy. So that needs to say PC. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of those settings so I know next time. All right, thank you so much. Yeah. Got it. That's probably, all right, perfect. All right, now I know. Thank you so much. Bye. There's some settings here in the cart that someone had connected a different computer to it that I had to fix and now it's working. So, hey, can everyone hear me from home now?
Yes.
Yes.
And I can hear you. And cool.
Need to put a note, return them to original.
Yeah.
settings.
But that worked. See, tech support now and then does its job.
So,
Not now and then. A lot of the times helps. I'm being funny when in doubt. Okay. Cool. So now I know next time I come here and I'm wondering why it's not working, you guys remind me, remember the last time? Because that means probably someone is teaching
yeah.
at night or some other day of the week and shifting it right before my class. Okay. No, just remind me. I probably will remember, but just remember. Remember last time that you had to move the, and I'll go, oh yeah. All right. Here we go. Mac, intro to Mac, last day, guys. Today's the last day of this class. So once again, we basically meet here again on Tuesday but it's for level 1, but I can't let you in, nor will you get the link at home. I won't email you if you are not registered for the class. And people who come in person, you need to be on the roster in order to be allowed to sit here. So if you're not there yet and you don't know how to get there, like how to register yourself, I can help you. I can send you the form. You can come in person, whatever you need to do so that next Tuesday you continue in the class. Okay, so is anyone in that situation? Because if you go to the shop center, they still don't know. They still are saying you can't sign in if the class is full, stuff like that. But is anyone in any of those situations, or are you all good now? Rod,
I need to sign up.
you need to sign up.
Yeah,
Can
I
you-
thought I had. It didn't go through.
Because they signed you up to a class that said full. But now they understand that they can look for which one. So go and ask them to sign up to the
So I
one
should
that
go
has
over
space.
there
So
after 10 o'clock.
at break, yeah.
Break.
Mhm.
I got this from them, because I signed up, but I didn't see my name on the list. Maybe I made a mistake. I didn't see it.
So you are in. Looks like you're in. That means you're in. Oh, error flag. Attempted. I don't, okay, so I'm not sure what this means. I assume this means that these are the 3 that you're in.
Right.
I'll check the roster. Remind me if
Okay.
anyone else needs me to check the roster, I'll do that during break, okay? Right now, I just want to teach, but remind me during break to check to see if you're in the class. All right. So in the mess of trying to get it to work, I didn't say hi to everyone who joined us. Hi, Owen and Becky and Carol and Mary and Josie. I did talk to you. All right, and everyone else is who's at home. Now I'm noticing that I've lost quite a few people who used to be at home. So I need to reach out and see what's up. I'm just hoping that all this technical stuff hasn't put some people off. But we're getting there. You know, I did say in my initial email to you guys that things might be rough for a little while. I didn't think it would be rough still by the 6th class, but the good news is as we continue, things are shaping up. Okay, so I had asked a question to the people at home, well, to the people here too. It's just that few people were talking about it. Did you find anything in that control panel in your phones or in your computers that surprised you, or that was actually good to find? How did that work out? I want to hear from people at home. Nothing, you knew all about the control panel. There was nothing there that's different or special that worked for you.
I didn't try anything new, but it certainly was enlightening. So thank you very much. It really makes me feel more comfortable with both my phone and my laptop.
All right, thanks, Carol. So some people here were mentioning the flashlight, which I can't live without. Like, I truly don't know how I lived before the flashlight feature. And basically just what I wanted to say is that when you have your phone next to you all the time, as I do, I mean, it's always with me, right? Then all you need to do is control panel. But I told you guys control panel, light, flashlight. But then the question here was, well, how do you turn it off once you're going and doing other stuff? Well, control panel, press the same button and it turns off, right? So get accustomed to that swipe from the top right, or people on the 14, we discovered it's swipe from the bottom up. Okay, that's the control panel, bottom up. And in your case, you haven't, yours was an older one, right? Yeah, and yours is bottom up again. So in the older phones, it used to be bottom up. Then for like 7, no, not 7 years. About 4 phones, it became top down, 5 phones, and now the 14 again is bottom up. So yeah, like 7 phones have the top down and now it's bottom up. All right.
I'm not sure.
And then some people mentioned, I think, Milton, you mentioned the magnifier, the low power option. Becky is saying, okay. So basically, these things turn on and off the same way, right? So if you put control panel, low power mode, if you want to get off low power mode, control panel, press the same thing off. So that question today was good. To how do you turn them on and off? By pressing them again. Okay, That's the on and off of the same thing. Yes, Milton?
Well, I'm not sure about focus and the two rectangular things that are right above them.
Yeah, the two rectangular things are for sharing your screen, for mirroring your screen. So like if you have a Apple TV, you want to set your phone mirror to your TV, that kind of thing. So that's what the two little
And the focus.
things are. And focus, I didn't talk about last week. And let me share my screen. I'm going to share my phone. And because focus is, I'm going to say relatively new. I'm not going to say it's new, but it's relatively new. So I'm not sure if older phones have focus. You guys who have an older phone, tell me whether you see the focus. And the focus is, and then let me go here to the phone, is this thing here that says focus, right? Now your computer has focus and your phone has focus. So I'm on the phone first today. Last time I started on the computer. But so let's hit focus. Now focus is something that you can, if it's not set up, when you click on focus, the whole point is when can you be disturbed? Now, if you don't care, like you're fine receiving calls, messages, texts, any time of day and night, then leave focus alone. Don't do anything with it. But if you want to say, you know what, I see that little note on the top, filter notifications and stuff like that when you're available and when you're not, and signal to friends. So like you can say after 8 p.m., after 9 p.m., whenever it is that you don't want to receive any more texts or anything, you'll receive them anyway, by the way. But you won't be alerted. No, your phone will say bing or anything. And if someone texts you, say after 9, and you've said 9 is my time, then they see in their text, they see Milton's, what does it say? Notifications are off or is sleeping or do not disturb, or one of those messages it says. No, to the other person. So for example, when I try to, I think my son's notification, let me see, because yesterday I tried to.
Is it something you type in or is it you talk to it? Like say, don't
No,
call me.
no, hold on. I just want to show you for a second. No, it's not there because it's it's middle of the day. If someone if you just say that your time is do not. So I go over here and I say sleep. I go down to the get started, right? And if I say sleep, if I click on sleep, I'm going to click on sleep right now down there. And you can do it again, as I said, on your phone. Or since this is the first time on this phone that I do it, it's warning you. Okay. It'll allow notifications for certain important people. So you can have everyone in the world not be able to text you except for your daughter, your mom, your husband, like some important people you can say, hey, text me anyway. But everyone else, it says that's what it says. It says Milton's notifications are silenced after 9. So they know that even though they wrote to you, you're not going to respond until tomorrow. So this is a message to the world. So you tell the computer what time is your sleep time, right? And others, when they text you, will receive Diana's notifications are silenced. So they don't expect a response from you because they know that you are not on your phone. Okay. So this is how you set up the sleep focus. By the way, those of you who have already set up, check on the computer. It's the same thing. You can set this on your computer. So I'm going to say next right now down at the bottom. And so it's going to ask me, are there some people that I'm going to allow anyways? Like no matter what time it is or not, I'm going to let my mom reach me, for example, right? So then you click on here and add people, and then it'll go into your contacts and you find important people, right? So this is a fake, set of people for me, but I'm going to go ahead and say that if Diana, because this is really the school phone, right? And I'm going to say done. So see, Diana Musacchio can still contact this phone. So this is that's what you would do. You would say, my husband can still contact me. My son can still contact me. My mom can still contact, and people that really matter. That said, and then same with calls, like people who are and who, and then you can click on people and favorites. You can just choose who still can call you and or text you. Okay.
After your cutoff.
After your cutoff time, because it might be that you just don't want, and that also will silence, robocalls and stuff like that, but it'll also silence friends and stuff, right? But most importantly, you can have this for work or not work and just have like maybe work calls. If you're dare do it, say don't come in after 5 p.m. and stuff like that. Anyway, so right now I'm going to say allow right down here. Okay, so I'm going to allow this one person to be notified. And then there's some apps that are marked time sensitive, was this thing down there, which means that if they are marked time sensitive, then they're going to be coming through anyway. So you get to tell which one is a time sensitive alarm. Maybe you have, I don't know, maybe you have alerts set for a certain app. I'm trying to think of an app that I might do that too, that might be time sensitive. Okay. I can't come up with an idea right now. Maybe you live in a tornado area of the world and you have an app that warns you a tornado is coming. Well, you'll want to put that app on, hey, alert me anyway. I don't even know if such a thing exists, but I'm just throwing out, there's certain things that you want to come through. So that's what that time sensitive means. Okay. Like if you had an app that warns you about things. Oh, maybe you are the kind of person that buys things in auctions online, like eBay auction. And eBay lets you know, hey, the time is coming up for this thing that you're bidding on. So you might say, eBay, let it go through. I'm just trying to think of ideas. I don't know, because I don't use this myself. That's what I can think of. Yes.
And there's allow apps not in your allowed list to send notifications marked this time.
Yeah, because up here, I can make an app, allowed app, right? So I can put in allowed app. Again, I can say allow my eBay to always warn me no matter what. So if I put eBay in there, that's fine. But if I didn't put eBay in there, I can also mark it as, I'm trying, I don't know which app would be time sensitive. I'm thinking warnings like
Like your bank.
warnings, evacuation warnings, rainstorm warnings, that kind of thing.
Or your
Then
bank.
those will come through anyway. So then you touch this to let for sure time sensitive ones come through. And I don't know which ones are those time sensitive. Again, my brain thinks of things like storms, fires, abducted child warnings, that kind of thing is probably an app that is considered a time sensitive app. I should look it up to see, but I'm assuming it's those. So by turning this on, then no matter that you've said phone don't disturb me, those will still come through. And any app that you've allowed, maybe you also want, maybe you play games and you want to allow someone to respond to your crossword puzzle at 2 a.m. and you keep playing. I mean, I don't know. I'm just, anyway. All right. So then you click on allow only time sensitive. So these are just setups, by the way. This isn't how to use it. This is just setting it up. Later, if you want to set it up, you can watch this part of the recording again, which is kind of interesting because I won't be able to demo this anymore because once you set it up, it's set up, right? Then you can go back and fix things, but the initial setup walks you through the questions. All right, so now we've gotten to the place where, okay, what is your sleep time? All right, so I'm going to say set up sleep and health. So I'm going to click on set up sleep and health. And the health app opens up. These are all apps that since this phone is unused, they're not set up, but I already have my sleep time set up in my regular phone. You guys set it up now, your phone now will know it, right? So I'm going to say the app that's called Health. I did want to show you guys the app called Health. It comes with your phones. Everyone has a health app, but now it's opening up because it's where you set this. So if you didn't follow these things that I just did, then at the very least, do a search, pull down and say health and pull up this health app. And at this point, you'll be in the same place we are, which is in the health app. In the health app, you can set up a lot of good stuff. Let's say continue. So it's gonna ask you important stuff. You say done. I guess it knows some of me. Set a sleep goal. So how many hours do you want to sleep? Are you someone who wants to sleep 9 hours or 7 hours or 5 hours? The default comes up as 8 hours, but you can say, no, I only sleep, 7 hours, or I want to sleep 9 hours. This is a so plus on the right side or minus on the left side to say, what's your sleep goal? Let's say that our sleep goal is a typical 8 hours, right? So then I'm going to say next. And what's the schedule that I want for my sleep? So see this little thing that I can turn around? This is 8 hours. Had I said 7 hours, this thing would be 7 hours long. Had I said 9 hours, this thing would be 9 hours. If I sleep 5 hours, this would be 5 hours long. And then see when I move it, how it switches my bedtime starting at 9 p.m. means that I have to wake up at 5 a.m. if I want 8 hours. See up there how it says bedtime 9 p.m. Then to sleep 8 hours, wake up 5 a.m. If I don't go to bed until midnight, if I go to bed at midnight, then I have to wake up at 8 a.m. to get 8 hours. Okay. So as you flip this around to the time that's good for you to wake up, right? Or to sleep. So say that you like to wake up at 6 a.m. Maybe you go backwards. You go, I like to wake up at 6 a.m. That means you have to be in bed by 10 p.m. Okay, if you wake up at 10 p.m. Now, what this means is that your phone is going to send you a little alarm saying, time for bed, right? And then at 6 a.m., it'll have a little alarm. It's a little tiny music, very gentle thing that slowly start to make noise, and it's going very quiet, and it gets louder and louder, and it lasts many minutes until if you didn't need it, you just hear the phone kind of sitting there. But if you needed it, it gets louder and louder until it wakes you up. It's a very gentle alarm. What's that?
Like an alarm clock.
Like an alarm clock, yeah. And then here you tell it, how many days of the week do you wake up at 6 a.m.? And you might go, well, only days during the week, but not Saturday and Sunday, please. Saturday and Sunday. So you don't want those two. So you turn that off. So this is going to happen Monday through Friday. But Saturday and Sunday, you'd rather sleep in, right? So then you put a different one on. So this is, by the way, the wake up alarm, if you want it, I want it. If you don't want it, then you don't. And here's the sound that it's going to play. And you can click on this and it shows you what sound. You can have all these different sounds play, right? So this is it. That's it, right? I'm going to say add. So now it knows that weekdays, I want to go to sleep at 10 and wake up at 6 a.m. Now, for the other 2 days, either I don't schedule it or I say add in a schedule for the other 2 days. And then maybe for these, I want to stay up till midnight. And I'm going to sleep in till 8 a.m. And that'll be for Saturday and Sunday, which are 2 are left. And I'll say add. So then there you go. I have 2 sleep schedules set up. Okay. I have weekdays 10 to 6 and weekends 12 to 8. Does that make sense? You can change this all the time. You can go in and say, no, I don't want that or whatever. But now you can also say, I want a sleep screen, which is after the time you said is your sleep, which during the week we said 10 p.m. It just won't give you all the notifications on your, it'll just be a quiet screen. So you won't be tempted to open up because you see text and messages and stuff. And you can do that or not. You can say skip if you don't want that, or you can say enable, in which case your sleep screen becomes really quiet and dark and it's like not bugging you. This is all to help quality of sleep, right? So I'm going to enable it. And then sleep screen can begin to before bedtime to reduce distractions, help you relax. So you can say 45 minutes ahead of 10, go quiet. So I'm just using the defaults here, but you can say half an hour ahead of 10, 10 minutes before 10, or an hour and a half before 10.
What do you mean?
Your phone right now, when you get a notification, it appears on your phone screen. When you get a text, it appears on your phone screen. When it's up, like it's just sitting there. So all of that doesn't appear and it gets kind of dark, like it's showing you. And so it's less attractive. When you turn it on, it's even if you turn it on, it's kind of muted so the light doesn't get into your eyes. So it's helping you
during that last 45 minutes, not get
Worked up.
not get worked up, but also your eye, see how this color, very bright, is the normal screen. Now it appears muted so that everything is darker. Now, if you can't see the time, if you have it so muted because you don't want because they're so big enough, I don't need my glasses to look at the time. It's one of the few things because it's so big, right? But if it were muted like this, I probably wouldn't be able to see it. I don't know, I haven't tested it. So I'm going to skip this one, for example. I'm going to say no, because I still want to be able to see the time. I'm just throwing one or option. All of this can be changed. The first time you said it, it's asking you. So now here's the summary. Bedtime, weekdays, 10 to 6, weekends, 12 to 8, features that are on, sleep screen is on, sleep focus is off, features that are up, on, sleep screen and focus. Features that are down, off is the wind down. Good, I'm done. So that's it. So from now on, this is what's set up. And here it's telling me when I slept well, when I didn't sleep, how I slept, how I not. So you can go in and see, oh, I slept better, I didn't sleep well this day, I slept. So anyway, read a lot about these kind of things. Anyway, the whole point is that right now, because I said that, and I said notifications focus. So after 10 on weekdays, people will say, people who text me will receive Diana's notifications are silenced. That's it. I mean, the text will go through when I wake up in the mornings, I'll open it up, the text is there, but they know that I haven't been checking it, that I'm out of the way. And I won't receive a little ding alert if it arrives either. It'll just be in the background. In the morning when I wake up, if I check my texts, I'll read them and I'll respond. But the people have been notified that you're off the world, so to say, off the digital. Yes, Milton?
Well, on the lock function on there, when I hit it and then turned off the phone, it still showed lock at the top of my phone. And then when I took it off, it still showed lock again.
Okay, lock is different. I haven't shown you lock yet. We're talking about focus. Okay, so lock is that one. I haven't talked about that one yet.
I have a question.
So can we figure, hold on. I'm gonna go back to focus. And now notice that sleep says just sleep, and personal still said get started, and work says get started still. So I'm not gonna run through those right now, but what those would be similar, where you say work is from, let's say that you're a traditional worker 9 to 5. And then after that, you can say work notification silence or not. Like you can go through that whole thing that I just did with sleep or with personal, where and this is for you to be able to, some people who never stop working and work around the clock, to schedule for yourself personal time where you don't do work, that kind of thing. So follow those if you guys are interested, and if not, don't. And that's basically it. And then the last thing is this big old do not disturb. If you don't want to use any of the others and all you want to say is, hey, don't disturb me right now, just turn on the do not disturb. And then people get the message, notifications are silenced. Maybe you're focusing on writing, it's your work time, but it's not your sleep time or anything. And when people are texting you, you want them to know that you're not responding right now. If you put on the do not disturb, when they text you, it'll say Jeanette's notifications are silenced. And so they just know that that's why you're not immediately answering back. They don't get worried or whatever. And that you can just turn on and off at will, the do not disturb. So this is kind of to help you focus. That's why it's called focus on what you need to do. People who are in the work world right now, they get messages all the time from work, morning time and day, night and day. Friends all the time expect you to be able to immediately answer. What if you're in a work meeting and they're like, hey, I want to meet you today at 5, why aren't you answering? Or whatever. So if you have a lot of, if your phone is intruding in a lot of your schedule, maybe people are texting you and you're meditating, use these things to help you focus on what you want to focus. That's why it's called focus. Okay. Yes.
I was in a Zoom meeting last night and it dinged and a notification came on
Yeah.
my screen.
Yeah.
How do I, if I'm in a Zoom,
Yeah.
silence that? I don't know. if the
Okay.
other people can hear it.
Did you guys hear her question? Jeanette said she was in a Zoom meeting yesterday on her computer. An alert came in. One of these alerts notifications came in. And first of all, Zoom does not show your notifications.
Good.
So if the thing said, you know, go to sleep, or I don't know, maybe it was a text with someone saying, hey, lunch tomorrow. The Zoom, even if it's sharing your screen, does not share notifications. In fact, for teaching, I've had to disable that in Zoom. So you have to go and say, please show computer notifications, because I wanted to show people notifications to teach them, but Zoom doesn't show them. So you have to turn it off. So if you do nothing, Zoom does not show those notifications.
But
Okay,
can they
because
hear-
they're personal, they're private.
But you can hear the pings.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, well, you can turn ping notifications off. That's notifications. We're gonna move into notifications soon. But that's not part of Zoom. It's your notifications. You can say, don't ping me when I have a notification, or ping me, or give me an alert, or give me a banner. There's all these different levels of what you can do. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that in a minute, but in order to do that, I'm gonna finish with the phone here, and then I'm gonna switch to the computer to show you notifications. I mean, again, notifications can be set up on the phone or on the computer. The sleep disturb can be set up on the phone or on the computer, all the stuff we just did. It tends to be that a lot of these focus things are probably more useful on your phone, because it's what interrupts you, versus when you're on your computer, you're actually working. It's not a bad idea on your computer to also have hey, if you text on your computer, some of you do, I do, when I'm on my computer, the texts come to my computer, and it's much easier to write that way. So I also have the notification silence there. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to say about this is that because Milton asked me about this lock screen right there, this one is the lock screen, okay? So when this one is right now off, right? Then I can look at a phone, I can move my phone sideways or forwards, and it flips with me. But if the lock is on, then it always stays in this mode, and when you flip, it won't flip.
Goes horizontal.
Yeah, so if it's locked, it won't. So let me show you. Right now, it's unlocked. So if I try to see, I don't know, let me go to Safari, for example, and open up a website. I can go sideways, and it switches sideways and forwards. Okay, this is me with the screen unlocked. Okay, versus if I lock it, when I go to Safari and I move my phone sideways, it doesn't. See, I'm moving, you guys can't see at home, but I'm moving my phone sideways and it doesn't move sideways. I'd say that for the most part, you probably do want it unlocked always, unless there's a specific reason. But if ever it doesn't move sideways and you don't know why, check and see if maybe you put your finger on.
I thought it was locking your phones.
Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, so, all right. So now I'm going to leave the control panel again by pushing it out, and I'm gonna I'm gonna close my health. By the way, in your health app, you guys can put a lot more information. You can put information about, you know, you can track your heart, blood pressure, your if you have diabetes, your insulin number. You can track things that you are having to deal with, and it keeps track. Or for those of you who have a smartwatch, it tells you, depending on which smartwatch you have, it can even do a electrocardiogram, and then it shows up here in the health app. Or it tells you, so like if it's in your pocket or in your, when you're walking, it'll track your walk and tell you how far you walked and how fast you walked and how many calories you burn, how fast your heart beat, and all that kind of stuff. So this is the app that you would use for a lot of that stuff. Okay, you don't need for some things you would need. So here, for example, it's telling me, because since I don't use this phone, it's not real. So this isn't real. But see how at the top it's telling me that I was 2 hours and 59 minutes in bed, right? Because that top there, from some June time when I was setting it up, it said that I slept for 3 hours basically. Okay, so because you set that time and your phone knows when you put it down, when you picked it up in the morning, and especially if you have if you have a smartwatch, it knows when you wake up, when you sit down. Like I always have a Fitbit, which isn't the Apple brand, and it just tells me exactly how many. you think you go to sleep and you sleep 8 hours, but in reality, maybe you only slept 6.5 hours between the time you actually fell asleep. How many times you woke up at night and when you wake up, you go, I was in bed for 8 hours, but I really only slept 6.5 hours. So maybe you need to expand and give yourself 9 hours in bed in order to get 8 hours of sleep or stuff like that. Anyway, it's pretty interesting. All right, I'm gonna let you guys play around with all this stuff. This is the health apps, okay?
Ask a question, does it, this phone record how, when I was in my REM sleep, is that what you're saying?
For that, you need your a watch, a smartwatch or a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. That's the one that records your REM, all that, because it's attached to your body and then it can tell. The phone can't tell because it's sitting by your bedside.
It says here, sleep yesterday, 4 hours, I'm in bed.
That's probably the time you put the phone down before you picked it up or something like that. But that's different than telling you deep sleep, REM, all that. For that, you need a watch, something that really feels your blood, records and all that. And I think the newest phone even takes your blood pressure. Am I right about that? I read about it. I think there's something new that the newest phone does. Anyway, all right. Any questions from anyone at home? Because I've received a lot of questions from people here in person. Anyone at home have questions about all of these focuses or do not disturb? Now, again, this is trying to get extra use out of our phones than the basic 2-3 things that we all do. Maria, your hand is up. I can't hear you though. Turn your sound on. Sound. You're muted. Oh, people here.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, my son showed me a new icon in this
Panel?
screen. It's like a screen. It's like for
Show me.
record something
Record. Yeah. Put your
for
phone-
record. I saw like oh, let me show
Yeah,
you.
yeah. It's the record. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to the settings, control center, and you can record
Screen recording.
screen recording. This one.
Yeah.
Okay, you can turn that one on. And then the voice memos here, I showed you last time, but the screen recording, okay? So now I'm going to go back to my control panel. If you turn screen recording on, which is this one, this last one, it records what you do on your phone. Now, so say that you're people who play games and they want to record their moves on a game or something like that, they might want to record themselves. But other than that, like for me, for teaching stuff, I have used some screen recordings where I had to teach people how to do something. But other than that, what you sound excited by it. What would you think of using with it, Maria? I'd like ideas. Just because, yeah, it records your screen, not you. It's not like a camera that does a video. It records my screen. If I say okay right now, and I click my way through 5 steps, like everything I just showed you guys, then my phone would have done a little film of that. Okay. And that's a video that I then keep. So when I'm teaching stuff, I do that sometimes, but so that's what that screen recording is. So maybe I'm trying to think you want to record a series of I mean, it's a literal, the record turns on and your camera, like the Zoom right now is being recorded as we speak. So your phone screen would be recorded. If you forget to turn it off, I've had one that I turned on and forgot, and it takes, and they're huge. And I don't see much the reason for it, but people who play games use it a lot because they record themselves playing and then they post it and say, hey, look how I shot 3 balloons out of the air or whatever it is that they're shooting at. Okay, but I don't see any other utility for it personally.
So could you
Yeah.
record a FaceTime, for instance?
Yeah, that's a good point. You're right. If you're FaceTiming someone that you want to keep the memory of it. Yeah, my mom's birthday party. I could have screen recorded it, I guess. You're right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Carol. That's a good idea.
Deanna,
Record anything that's happening on your phone. Josie?
yes, it came in very useful for me because my screen was showing a black line and I took it to the Apple Store and they said, we need to actually see it happen. So they put the screen recording on and then I had proof. So it worked out really well for,
Thank you.
that.
I'm so glad you guys are coming up with these examples. Perfect example. Yeah. I was thinking the other day, during the pandemic, when the pandemic started, I needed to go to the doctor and we did my first ever telehealth meeting. I don't know if you ever had to do it, but it was the first week, the week when no one is like, no, unless you're dying, don't come. I mean, later things loosened up a bit, but at first it was like everything closed up for the first 2 weeks, remember? So they did my first telehealth meeting, and that might be a good thing to record so that later you can remember what the doctor said or told you. I mean, I don't know, it's just a thought. So there's certain meetings or things that are happening that you might want to record. So yeah.
So where do you find it then when you want to play it back?
Okay. It goes into your Photos app with all other videos. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and record. I'm gonna
make a copy of this.
what's that?
How you broke it down?
Oh, hold on. My phone thinks that I'm driving because I told it so a bit earlier. 1 second. So now it's not recording because it's telling me not available when CarPlay or screen mirroring is, oh, when screen mirroring is active. My phone is being screened, my phone. See, that's an example of screen mirroring. Right now, my phone is being mirrored. You guys are seeing my phone, okay? So I can't record my screen when I'm screen mirroring just because you guys are seeing my phone. So I'm gonna stop my share for a second. Okay, and now I'm going to start. You guys can't see it, but I just started my screen recording. So I'm I'm recording this, I'm recording my control center. I'm gonna go and turn this off. I'm gonna open Safari, open up Apple. I'm gonna close Safari. There we go. And now I'm gonna turn the recording off. So that's it. So that was what, a few seconds of recording. I just recorded everything I did. I'm gonna share my phone again. And by the way, my screen just told me when I said done, my phone told me your video has been saved to Photos. You guys didn't get to see it because it wasn't sharing. So now I'm going to go to my Photos app and there it is. There's my recording. And if I play it, this is a video. See, this is a video of the 4 things I just did. What you're seeing right now is a video that's in my Photos app of the 4 things that I did while I recorded it. There it is. And then I stopped it. So it's a little video, okay? And I can play it again, play, and it's a 14-second video.
Pretty cool.
So that's what just happened. That was a video of my screen. So see how I'm not in it? It just records what's on my phone. And I just did 5 things in a row while I talked to you about what I was doing, and then I stopped it. And that's what that video is. It's a video of my phone going through those motions. Okay. And yeah, and so it's sitting there in my Photos app as next to my phones. All right. Next to my photos. Yes.
Can you be instructing us in our art class? The lady tapes the teacher doing the meditation. So then she sends it to some of us.
But that's just a video.
It's just the audio of her.
Okay, the audio, yeah, the audio I had shown the other day, but let me show you really quickly again. If you go to your settings, you can do here, voice memos. And voice memo is an audio recording. Okay, so I just put it up there. I said, how funny. My phone. That was my good morning. For some reason, my phone was set to wake up at 10 a.m. today. Obviously, I switched things around. That's an example. And so my phone now is going, good morning, because I just stopped that alarm. Okay, a little bit. Yeah, so I just put the voice memo on. So basically, the question here was from Jeanette. She said that she goes to a meditation class and that one of the students, I hear you, Annette, thank you. I see your note at least. That one of the students sorry, one of the students in her meditation class records the meditation, but sound only. So that would be this icon that I just turned on, which is voice memos. So when you click on that one, you, at first it just warns you how to use it. So I'm just going to say continue. And so I'm going to record myself. Hi, I'm recording this, and this could be a meditation that I'm recording, but instead of me saying these silly things. So there you go, bye. And I stopped it. So now there it is. It for myself. Hi, I'm recording this, and this could be a meditation that I'm recording, but instead of me saying these silly things. So there you go, bye. Now, if I want to keep that recording, I can keep it, and if not, I can trash it. So I do have situations where I do voice memos, or, oh my God, when I first discovered this voice memo app, my kids were still little. Oh, I have a little voice memo of my kids in the back seat singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star on a car trip. I have little voice memos of things like that that I just treasure. At that point, I guess, video, I don't know, but it was just, I have a couple of, or my kids saying some silly things, but I remember once walking out of, in fact, a doctor's appointment and not have anything to write with. And at that point, I guess I was driving and I remembered something that I couldn't, or I was parked, I couldn't write in the notes. Normally I take notes in my notes app of, this is how you take this thing, or this is the time you wait for that. So I remember turning on the voice memo and just recording what I got out, out of that meeting. Or if I meet someone, I meet you on the street and you go, I read this awesome book, and I can just turn my voice memo and say, you said, read the book, whatever, the 1,000 Days book. Okay. So I prefer taking written notes, but for people who prefer not to take written on the notes app in the phone, which is the best app, I use it every single day, 10 times a day. But this would be another way to take a voice memo and then delete it. So I'm going to delete this little example here. Actually, I'm not. I'm just going to show you how to delete it. I'll leave it here.
It stays in the file.
It says there. So go to your settings and choose from the bottom list, choose the voice memos, and it'll go up to the top list. That's the voice memos, is the sound. Screen recording is videos of your phone's screen. Screen recording on your computer is a recording of your computer screen, which I love it, Carol, was it Carol, I believe, that who said that you needed to prove, no, Josie, you needed to prove of that black line. That's so perfect. How many times you have your computer did this, but of course it doesn't do it when you need to show it. So take a recording of it. That was, what's that?
How do you forward, like this lady sends us the voice memo?
So you can, everything. So see these 3 little dots right there? You click those 3 little dots and then you say share. And so then you share on your email or on your message as a text or whatever way you want to share this. It shares to people. Okay, so those 3. Okay, I'll help you find it. So in your settings, you go to Control Center. On Control Center, and then scroll down to all the ones, and then there's the screen recording, and I think I might have already put voice.
So can I just move it up there?
Yeah, but I don't see it. There's sound recognition. That's the name of it. You have a newest phone, right?
It's a 13.
It's a 13. That one's a 10. I think sound recognition is different. Sound recognition now. Let's find out. No. It's sound recognition. Okay, so no, that's not it. I don't know what sound recognition is. It's trying to recognize sounds like alarms. You don't have voice memos. Well, there's an app for them. These are just quick accesses to certain apps to put in your control panel. Other than that, go down there and write memos. And here comes the voice memos app. You have, I guess you have to download it. Interesting. Okay, So guys, what I'm discovering, at least in, sorry, when I'm not sharing, I shouldn't have this on. What I'm just, so you guys can see that I'm helping people. What I'm discovering in Milton's phone, he has a 13. The voice memos app is not in the control panel. I guess they put in there, these are all apps that are on your phone. And Apple puts the ones that people use the most in one in the control panel there. So as you change phones, so in his, I had to go and just search for voice memos in his phone. And it wasn't on the cloud and he downloaded it and now there it is, right? So it won't be in his control panel. I guess people didn't find it as useful, didn't put it up anymore. So then they switch. It's like what comes in your dock on your computer, right?
But now it will be in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now it's, but not on his control panel. Now it's on his phone. But only the control panel, you can only put the ones that are in that list. You don't choose what else.
It would
Yeah.
be hard to be sneaky.
So I'm going to share my desktop now and show you a little bit about what I just showed you, but this time on the computer. Okay, so remember that I showed you way up here at the top. I'm going to put a little color on my mouse so you can see it better. So I had shown you the control panel on the computer. This was the last thing we did, and then I know that I did it while people were kind of having to leave. Now, everyone who's here at home, when I share my computer screen, your computers just went, poof, they filled up with me. What you're seeing is my screen. So you need to hit the escape key and move me sideways so that you can use your own. Okay, so hit the escape key. And then there you go. Now move me sideways so that you can use your own. So escape key is the top left. Your escape key. Yep. And now that becomes me, grab me and move me sideways. And then you can go to your own. Now, that thing that's left in the bottom, the Zoom that you open up, you don't need that anymore. So go ahead and close that, because that is just to get in. Okay. And now you can grab them a bit up higher here and switch me over. And then I'm out of the way. Now, of course, I'm telling you to go here, so you're on top of me, but that's the control panel that I want you to go into. So why don't you close this so it's out of the way? Yeah. The Zoom. By the way, so after I went, just so you know, a couple of us and I myself too, we went to check out the food pantry after class on Tuesday, guys. And it's awesome. Yeah. So we went there, and as long as you have your K number, they don't even need the school card, but that's kind of where people have their K numbers. You show it, they make you fill out a form, and they gave me a sample. I have some here back of my desk, but if not, they'll give it to you. You fill out a form one time. This is a joint. The one at the main campus, they grow their own vegetables and stuff together with stuff from the food bank. So they have a lot of fresh stuff. Here, they have a refrigerator with some packages of fresh stuff that come from the food bank, but it's not the stuff that we grow here. They said that they don't have capacity here to have actual bushels of fresh stuff. So if you want fresh veggies and stuff like that, then go to the main campus food pantry. But the one here had, yeah, some of you guys took cereal, canned stuff, fruit, fresh stuff. I'm trying to remember. They had a lot of good stuff in there. I was focused on the procedure, so I didn't really look at what they had to offer as far as food. But it's you fill this out once, and then after that, you just show up. They give you like a little card, they told me, and then you just go once a week and take whatever you need. So it worked. Please use it.
Can I
What's that?
ask one last control panel question?
Yeah,
This is Billie Holiday.
yeah. So that's music. So
And does that turn it off?
that turns it off.
Okay. so it's not
Let
on the
me
list.
go to the control panel. So I don't, let me, there's other questions. Ask me
Okay.
about that later. Because there's other questions and I'm already sharing my other screen, and Julie is asking something. So yes, Julie?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention on the food bank, I emailed the man that was listed on the flyer that they posted online.
Uh-huh.
And they will take physical donations there too.
Oh, so we can drop things off?
Yes, yeah.
That is wonderful.
Because I donate to the regular food bank, but I thought, for the students, I'm there on
Yeah.
Monday, so I can certainly drop something off. He was very pleased. So I thought I'd pass that along.
Julie, that is such good news. And again, I went there because I had no idea how it worked and I hear I've got a flyer and I'm telling students about it. So I went to find out how it worked, but I didn't think of asking that. And you had asked that the other day and I didn't think of asking that. So I'm so glad you followed up with that. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I actually have like ridiculous amounts of orange. I have like 5 orange trees and when they all go off, it's like, rah. So I'm gonna be asking if I can bring, because I know they have a different rule for fresh stuff. So I'm gonna find out if I can bring oranges, for example. So thank you. I'm gonna follow through with that too. Good, great. That's takes a village, right? It takes a village. Great. Thank you, Julie,
You're
for
welcome.
letting us know. And yeah, whenever you have pause, go in and see it like I did, to just see what kind of things they have, and maybe you can consider things that you think might be important that aren't there that you can bring in, or things that you need that you don't have that you can take out. I'm glad to know that it's a two-way thing. So thank you, Julie. All right. So I'm sharing with you guys the computer's control panel up here, which I can't share on its own. So you're seeing my entire share screen because it doesn't do that little thing. But see, you can recognize again here, the focus, if this were screen mirroring, the display, the music, and this music part here is the one that Linda just asked me on her phone. And I said, wait a minute, because on your phone, you might notice that at the top right of the control panel, I have a little music thing that says, in my phone, it said not playing. In hers, it was playing something. And over here, it just says music. This takes you to the music app. And if you are like the majority of the people in my household, at least, so I know that the world doesn't rotate around the people in my household, but I have 3 teenagers, a husband who loves music, and me. The other 4, meaning not me, always have music playing on their phones. And so when, but you know, they'll have headsets or they'll have it out, or it's like we all have dinner. And then after dinner, it's cleanup time. So we all have we get to choose in a row who gets to choose the music. And so we put on the music and it blasts and cleanup time, you know. So now I, on the other hand, I told you guys, listen to books because I'm a bookworm with no time. So what I do is I listen to books. So in that little now playing thing in my real phone, if I go there, it always has whatever book I'm listening to. So the moment that I have a minute, like I'm walking from here to my car, you guys will see me arrive in the morning, might notice that I have headsets on when I get out of my car. I've been listening to my story all the way from my house. I live on the east side. I get here, I get out of the car, I stop it, I put it in my thing and watch me. I take off my headsets and I say, hello, you guys. So that's what I do every morning. I'm listening to my story to the moment I get out of my car. Okay. So other people listen to music. So that's what that is. You turn your music on and off. And in this case, if I click on this on the computer, it would open the music app. Now, my music app on this computer has nothing in it, right? So if I say, because it's a new computer and I don't have so I'll say start listening or something like that. And it'll ask me, do you want to hear about it? I'm going to say no. So this is the kind of thing that apps ask you if you want notifications. This is when you can say yes or no, because we're going to go into notifications next. Okay, so I'm going to talk about notifications next. But this is an example when you open something for the first time. If any app you install asks you, every app you install on your phones or on your computers now asks you, do you want to get notifications? So depending on the app, you might want or not. So in this case, it says get notified if, like, say that you have a favorite in the future. Once you start using it, maybe there's a musician that you love. Throw out someone that you love. Someone say something. Some artist.
Michael Jackson.
Okay, say you love Michael Jackson, right? So you, in the app, you favorite Michael Jackson. So he can't put out new music, but say he was alive, then you could be notified when Michael Jackson puts up a new song, right? So that's an example. New music from your favorites, or if there's a live event, some live event would be Michael Jackson, if he were alive, could start, like, they do a live event, which is like FaceTiming or Zooming, where they sing and people from the world check in. And it happened a lot during pandemics. And so you could be notified, hey, Michael Jackson's about to do a live event. You go, oh, cool, I have nothing to do. Click on it, and then you hear a little mini concert from, they did a pandemic a ton. That's what a live event would be, or stuff like that. Anyway, if you want that, yes. If not, no. Right? So if you don't want to be notified about those things, say no. Now, this is changeable in the notifications app that I'm going to show you. So whatever decision you make right now isn't binding, but it tends to be that people don't change them. I'm going to show you how to change them. But just so you know, if you constantly get notices about something that you don't care about, I'll show you how to change them. It's probably because here you said enable. Right? So I'm going to say enable notifications right now. And
We have to
show you. Okay, so here, I'm not going to teach you the music app right now. It's interesting, but I'm going to tell you that, yes, if you want the music app to let you play any music under the world that Apple has, you have to pay, I don't know how much it is. Does anyone here pay for
I
it?
think it's $9.99 for single membership. And
Per month,
I know
per
I
year,
pay-
per what?
I pay $14.99 a month, but I've got 5 family members who get it.
Okay.
You know, because I put them in my family. So
Okay,
they all get it for $15.
so what,
Which means they can, my wife can be.
listening to the same thing, okay.
And I can be listening to my cat.
got it. So Rod does know, he thinks that for one person, and I'm just paraphrasing, he thinks for one person it's $9.99, $10 a month. He has a family membership for $14.99 a month, and he has 5 members in it. So all his family. Now, something like this, my husband years ago signed into Spotify. So he has a family membership for Spotify. So my whole family listens on Spotify, which is an app that's not the Apple app for music, but it's similar. So when you pay a certain fee a month, you get to listen to anything you want. So that's what I was saying, you know, after dinner, we all yell out, whoever's turn it is, put this on. And so then we put it on loud, no one can hear each other. It's a mess, but it's fun. Clean up the kitchen, what, on Spotify, but it's equivalent on Apple, because not all my family has Apple computers. So that's what that is. Now, beyond that, and really quickly, and I'm not going to teach you how to do it right now, but we had talked about this. Rod also had how many thousands of
Oh, I've got 30,000.
30,000 songs. He has CDs from when you used to put CDs that he digitized and whatever. So he has those in his computer, and you can also put those in here. So you don't need to have only the stuff that you pay, but you could also have in your library, if you've added people in your library, songs that you have. So if I look over here, there's nothing. This computer is dead. This one has no music in its library. So there's nothing for me to play right now. If I click listen now, I would have to do a trial, try it now membership. And I don't know how long it lasts, maybe a week, maybe a day, I don't know. And then if I want to keep doing it, I would have to connect. So that's the music app. You can use it if you have music in it that you've put in, like again, we did that too in my house. We digitized eons ago a ton of CDs, so I have a lot of music that I already put in my phone that I don't have to pay for. But to listen to constant music, now people don't buy anymore. What they do is they pay these services, which if you share with a bunch of people, you know, in a way, I don't know, supposedly you can only share with your family, by the way, your Apple family, which is, in my case, we have 4 people plus your mom. Yeah. But we share a lot of Apple stuff, like apps, there's, you know, the whole family, the iCloud, whatever. And so anyway, I'm going to close the music app, but I wanted to show you that that's what that is, play music. So if you don't have any music, like I don't, this in my computer is no good right now to show it to you. But any of you guys who have one of those there, you could turn it on and off. And so when you're working, to me, it drives me crazy when I'm working, I can't have music. My kids, I mean, it's a whole different generation. There's this sound now called study music, where it's this kind of very mellow stuff that's in the background that helps them, like, isolate themselves from other noises. And it's like my youngest son, my 15-year-old, he cannot work without that study music in the background. He got accustomed to it, but I guess it helps him focus. It's like, okay, let's focus. And it's this thing called study music, and you go in and it's just this really mellow background things,
Ambiance.
kind of ambiance music. Yeah, so he has that on all the time. I don't know if it's good or bad. There's one battle less to fight. I'm not fighting that battle. If it's mellow music, go for it. Anyway, so all of these are the things that I have in this case available to use in this control panel. Just you have it on your phone. Look at the control panel that I said before. That's what that is. Now, I'm going to open my system preferences again because I want to take you to notifications, and notifications is going to be part of what's in that control panel too. So open your system preferences and notice, by the way, that I already have a little notification here on my system preferences. I have a little 1. You see that? That.
I
that
don't
little
see
1
your, I don't see your.
on,
system.
so it's very tiny, but on my screen that I'm sharing, on my system preference, a little round dot that says a 1. That's one type of notification. It's here, it's right there, and it's so tiny you might not see it. I'm going to open my system preferences, and there it is. I have a little 1 right there. Now I'm going to share only my system preferences to make it easier for you guys at home to see what I'm sharing, which is only my system preferences. But there you go. That's the one that I was talking about that I could see in my dock already. So that's actually a notification. That is a notification. There's many types of notifications. I'm going to show them all to you now. But that is an example of notification. Another, so let's head over. So if I go over here to see what it's telling me, it's probably telling me that I have a software update available. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one to see what it's telling me. And it's basically telling me that there's an update available for this Mac. Okay, thanks for letting me know. And I walk away. I'm not going to do anything about it, but that's what it's telling me. Okay, once I update, that little 1 will go away. So that's what it's telling me. As much as if I received an email, it'll have a little number on my mails and stuff like that. Yes, Julie?
Yeah, on my notification, it says it checks, because I have it the way you told us to set it automatically, keep it up to date. So my notification never goes off, and it's always saying Mac OS Monterey upgrade now. So the fact that I'm up to date.
You're not on it. You are, but you do have Monterey.
No, I have. What's the next one? Big Sur.
You have Big Sur. Okay, so it's just telling you that you could update, and it's up to you to not do it. The moment you update, that'll go off.
Upgrade, yeah.
So the upgrade. So if you never upgrade, you'll see a little 1 all the time until you upgrade.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just letting you know it's available. Versus if your
Yeah.
computer couldn't handle it, it wouldn't be notifying you. That's all.
I see. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's
So-
not like once you see it, it goes off, because the update is still available. So that's what it's telling you. Okay.
So just for clarification, you just said that it won't tell you you can update if it won't handle it.
Yeah, so some of you guys have older computers that if you notice, and I actually, Justina's not here today. I can't remember right now who is left at home who has an older computer, but they might be on Catalina and there's no notification because their computer can't handle moving up to Monterey. So then you don't have a notification saying an upgrade is waiting for you, because that's as far as that computer will ever upgrade.
Does
Right.
it mean that it would say you can handle it memory wise? Or does memory not come into it?
It's got nothing to do with that. Let me actually stop my share and show you my my personal laptop, the one that's here. Let me share this screen. I'm going to share my personal computer with you guys. And on this one, if I look at about this Mac, this is, I told you guys, a really old computer. And it's on Mac OS Catalina. It cannot upgrade to Monterey. It cannot, like physically, this is the limit of upgrade I can do. So when I show you my system preferences, There's no notice on this one. Even though I'm in Catalina, if when I go to it, your Mac is up to date, Mac OS Catalina. That's the most I'll be able to update this one. I will now and then have a security updates. They still are giving security updates for people in Catalina, but that's it. But I'm never gonna move up to Big Sur or Monterey. So I don't have a message telling me that something's waiting for me. See what I mean? Because this
Yes.
computer cannot upgrade.
You have to use a password to do an upgrade.
Yes. Yeah, because you wouldn't want anyone to open your computer and like
Which
upgrading
password
for you.
would you-
The computer's password, the one that you use when you open up your computer, that one. Okay, so that's the example of I'm not getting notified because I'm not. Now, this is Catalina. So for those of you who have Catalina, the notifications looks like this thing. All the icons look a tiny bit different. I'm going to switch back to Monterey and you'll see that the Monterey notifications looks like a bell, the icon. But the important thing is it's still called notifications. So I'm gonna- What? Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna stop my share. See, look, I'm stopping my share now. See how something changed? And now I'm gonna share again, but this time from the school's Monterey system preferences. So there you go. Now I'm on the school's Monterey system.
Mm,
preferences.
got you.
Right? And now see notifications looks like a bell. Right? So the icon has changed, little things like that, but it still says notification. Okay, so let's click on notifications because this one's a biggie. And for those of you following up on your phone, go ahead and go to your phones, right? And go find your notifications. And if you don't know where they are, go into your system settings and actually,
Little bit down.
from the very top, let me quickly share. From the very, I'm gonna go back to the computer though, but I'm gonna quickly show so you knows how to find it. So go to your settings and basically right under Wi-Fi 2 through, so very much at the top, there it is, notifications. Right at the top, notifications, okay? So this is the phone notification. I'm not gonna be using them right now. I'm gonna go back to share because I take turns. I'm gonna go back to the school, to the notifications on the computer. But you guys understand, right? That it's basically we're doing notifications on our phone and notifications on our computer, but I'm gonna focus on the one who can get it. So there it is, notifications. Okay. System preferences. Go to there. One of the most important ones, so it's right at the top. Go to back to settings. Oh, you were there. I'm so sorry. You were notifications. It's looking a little bit different. Okay, you all found notifications on your phone? Is there a way to make it bigger? What? Is there a way to make it bigger?
You opened it, but why isn't there an icon on it? Just not.
No, it's part of it. So go to the settings. And go to notifications. And this is the notifications as much as here. Now go click on notifications on your system preferences. Here, your system preferences. So stay there. Don't focus yet on what's on the phone. I'm going to show you what's in there. I can't do both at the same time. Once I show you what's there, then I'll show you what the difference is with what's on the phone. I'm just showing you where it is. Okay, because otherwise I can't. It's too convoluted. So right now I was showing you where notifications are and the computer on the phone, but now please go back to the system settings on your computer and click on the word notifications on your computer. Okay, so go do that. Go in your system, in your computer system preferences, click on notifications. Okay, good, you got it, which is right here. Okay. And I know, I know, Ruby, that you don't have here, but just by following through, you understand what I'm saying, and then we'll go and do it on. So there's my break message.
So irritatingly helpful.
Irritatingly helpful. This might be a good time before I jump into notifications because I haven't really started on them. So you know what? This time it rang right before starting on something. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it's time for break. So if you haven't yet said hello on the chat, please do so. But meanwhile, I'm gonna type here what it's 10:30. So be back by 10:45 a.m. Okay, break until
Okay.
10:45 a.m. you guys. See you guys in 15. Let me mute everyone. I mute everyone so that you can all make all the noise that you want. Mute all. Hey, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I went a few minutes over. One thing I'm discovering, if you remember when you used to come in person, some of you used to come in person to my classes. During break, I never get a break because everyone who's in person asks me all these questions and I answer all these questions and then class starts again. But I still need to use the restroom and stuff like that. So I apologize that I was late. I was just working through the break because everyone has had awesome questions. And then I ran in. Okay. All right. So did you guys all sign here? Am I missing? I'm seeing one missing signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of you guys didn't sign in yet. Me. Sign in. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Okay, so back to sharing my system preferences. Notifications. Notice that it's called notifications and focus. So when you want to know where to handle your focus changes, the ones that, so go to your system preferences. You're there, you're in the right spot. So when you want to change notifications, this is here, but focus, remember the one that I kind of walked through setting up one focus? If you want to change focus questions, it's here. If you want to change notifications, it's here. So we're going to focus on notifications right now, which is a weird way to say it, but this is where it happens. And I apologize.
Yeah, mine go away so fast, you never get to see what they are.
Yeah, so here we are. This is notifications. All right, give me a second because I just washed my hands and I had a Band-Aid that fell off. Unfortunately, I had another one in my pocket because the weirdest thing happened to me yesterday in the parking lot of the La Cumbre Plaza Mall. I got a hook stuck in my finger. You'd think I was fishing. Long story. My husband's a potter and we're setting up, in the La Cumbre Plaza Mall, there's a store that sets up every Christmas, Crimson, if you want to go, to buy handmade stuff, handmade artifacts and stuff like that. So we were just setting up the store. It opens on Saturday. And after that, I changed into my exercise clothes and I walked home. But when I grabbed the bag to get changed from my car, I got this huge gashing tear. And it was from a hook that my son, who goes to fish at the pier, had left somewhere in the bottom of the, and it hooked onto my duffel bag. So I'm in the mall, away from the ocean and the seas, and I got a hook in my finger. It was so painful. So anyway, sorry about that. I had to tell that story because come on, how many people get hooked in the Plaza Mall? Anyway, it was a very clean, unused, new hook. So, and I washed. Anyway, okay, so, and so I just took that Band-Aid out of the back.
Feel guilty?
He wasn't with me. I don't think I told him yet. Okay, I will make him feel guilty. Trust me. I'm not gonna let that one go by. I'm like, whatever. Right, put it on the recording. Use my okay. Notifications. Notification center. It shows your alerts in the upper right corner of your screen. If you have had them before, you know what it's talking about. If you have not, then it's because you don't have them on. But on the desktop, right side of your screen, you suddenly see something popping up saying something, and for the most part, then it goes away, right? So that's a notification saying you received an email or you have lunch at 2 p.m. or stuff like that. Now, if you have not used your Apple apps, if you have never set up an appointment that says that you have lunch at 12 with Sophia, or that you have an email because you don't use the mail apps or those kind of things, you might never have gotten notifications, right? So we'll find out which ones and when do you want them. So here on the left, you have a list of all the apps that can send notifications. Okay. So you go one by one and decide which ones you want to get notifications from or not. So my calendar right now, notifications say off in this computer, which is like crazy because of all things, I want notifications from a calendar app to tell me, hey, you have an upcoming dentist appointment at 2 p.m. on that day, if I have one. So I would say allow. Oh my God, this is like the computer set. I'll have to show you on my personal. That is so uncomfortable. My I need to keep writing down what things I need to fix in this computer. It's not letting me. The way they have the computer set up right now is so locked that I can't even change notifications. In order to change these settings, it's telling me to unlock the computer. So I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to go to my personal computer to show you notifications here, except for this is Catalina. So it might look a little bit different. We'll see. Notifications. I'm going into the notifications here. So see, and notifications in Catalina, see how it does not have the focus because focus did not exist. Catalina does not have focus. Okay. So it's
Neither does my Big Sur. That's why I put my hand up.
Oh, okay. So Big Sur is new to Monterey. The focus is new. All right. So I'm parallel looking at what the Monterey one has here or not. But other than that, oh God, this is quite different. Okay. So it did have, it always had the do not disturb. That one has been around, but now the do not disturb and would be under focus for Monterey. Okay. So, but in Catalina, it was still up here. So this is where I would say do not disturb from whenever to whenever, right? So anyway, but I'm going to skip it because those of you have Monterey do not have it. But if you have Big Sur or Catalina or anything lower, you would have the do not disturb up here. Now, I'm going to click on calendar. So if it's off, then if I put in a dentist appointment in 6 months, a lunch at meeting at 12, class at 9 a.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'll teach you how to do it. Tuesdays and Thursdays, thank you. I'll teach you how to do that in these apps, okay? I'll teach you how to do it. But right now, I'm just telling you, when you use the calendar and you say lunch at 12, then on Tuesday at whatever time you told it in the calendar, it'll warn you, you have lunch at 12. So in the calendar, when you make the appointment, you'll say, notify me 30 minutes ahead or notify me an hour ahead. Or for some things, when it's a dentist every 6 months, I'll say, tell me the day before so that I'm already queued in and just in case I didn't check, right? So you set that up when you set the appointment. So then the calendar, if this is on, will ask you, well, how do you like to get your message? Do you want to get just an alert? Do you want to get a banner? Or do you want to get none? So none is basically telling it, do not give me an alert. Banner appears in the right side corner and just goes away. Like it pops in and pops away. That's a banner.
It doesn't give it time to see where it is.
Well, it pops in and it stays maybe 30 seconds. I don't remember exactly how much time it stays and it goes away. But if you don't happen to be looking at that point, you don't see it. Alert pops in and waits for you to say, okay, thank you, snooze, go away, da, da, da. Right? So for certain things like a calendar, I like an alert. Right?
It stays longer than me.
It stays on. So down here, read what it says. Banners appear in the upper right corner and go away automatically. That's the banner. Versus alerts stay on screen until dismissed.
Down below. Down below.
Alert, yeah, it's really tiny. You could probably read it on your own computer. Yeah, right here.
Oh, that.
It's telling you. Banners appear and go away automatically. Alerts stay on screen until dismissed. I'm noticing that my mouse is not being shared.
It was way at the top of notifications a few minutes ago.
My mouse is appearing there, but it's not being shared. That's interesting. Oh, and it's not, I'm choosing different things and they're not showing here on screen. Oh,
We can see them at home.
no, but people here are not seeing this
Right.
screen. You have to look at it on your Zoom. You have to look at your Zoom because I'm sharing my personal screen. That's why don't look at this one for a bit, you guys who are here. When I share from my laptop, it doesn't project to the screen, it projects on Zoom. So you guys are as if you were in a Zoom class. Okay, so for a calendar alert, I want alerts. Personally, I'm doing my choices, you guys choose, but I like alerts because then if I'm on my computer working, something pops in telling me, in 10 minutes, you need to leave to go to your appointment. And it sits there and it tells me snooze or go away, dismissed or got it, or repeat again in 10 minutes or something like that. So that's the one I like for calendar myself. Okay. Now, if you have never used the calendar app, I recommend using it in the series of classes. I'll be teaching you how to use it in the Mac level too. But that's what that's all about. Now, these are choices you make. Like, do you want to show it if the screen is locked or not? And I'll go, yeah, I do want to show it when the screen is locked. That way, when I turn on the screen, I see it. Do you want to show the preview always or only if it's unlocked? I leave them all on yet. For the calendar, I want everything to show all the time. Show them in the notification center. Yes, show them in the notification center. Now, I am showing you play sound for notifications. So someone here mentioned how they don't want to hear the ping, right? So that's where you would say, I don't want a sound. I just want to see the alert, but I don't want a little ping, right? If you do want the ping, leave it on. If you don't want the ping, leave it off. Okay, that's the example. See, so that's the part about calendar. Said yes to badges, yes to alerts, but sound is not on. If I turn this one on, then it says badges, sounds, and alerts. So for my calendar, I want all of it.
Mine shows allow time sensitive alerts.
Yours shows what?
Allow
Time sensitive alerts. Yes, I see that. In the Monterey, at the top, it says allow time sensitive alerts. That's the one that I said that is for apps that are time sensitive. So for example, earthquake notification. I'm going to search exactly what else would be a time sensitive, but that would be, you know what, since I said it 2 or 3 times, why don't I search really quickly here? What is the Mac? So again, to show you guys when I don't know, I'm going to share this again. I'm going to change my share. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. When I don't know something, I'm going to open up Safari. Okay. And I'm going to click in there and I'm going to say, what am I searching in? I'm searching in Mac OS, okay, or Mac iOS. It doesn't matter. In this case, the time sensitive alert is on both. And then write time sensitive alert. Or app, right?
time sensitive alerts.
Alert. And so, or time, and the other one was a time sensitive app. So what are time sensitive alerts? So I start searching, what are they? So actually I would prefer time sensitive app because the other question that we had before was which is a time sensitive app? So what is a time, how do I mark an app as time sensitive? So I guess you tell it. How do I, so you have to tell if it's time sensitive. So it's up to you. It's not like one exists as a time. It's a new feature for Apple, iPhone, and iPad. And you choose an app and you go, I want, okay, so it's your choice. It's what I showed you before. I thought that there might be some apps that were considered time sensitive, but no, it's you who says, this app is so important that I'm going to mark it as time sensitive. So then, for example, maybe you have an app that warns you of a hurricane is arriving. So, okay, there isn't one that's automatically there. The focus mode in OS has a version management time sensitive. So you can say, I really think it's important. Okay, good. So that's what that is. So in the feature that I had shown you before, in the focus, you get to say, this app is important. So for example, if you're a gamer, you get to say this is important enough. If my enemy of all time is about to win, let me know. And or if I think music is so important that I'm gonna mark my music app as time sensitive, so that when Michael Jackson does put out a new song, I'll get that no matter that it's my do not disturb time, right? So you get to say what's time sensitive to you, which I could only imagine. I have an app called Alert. What's the app that I have? I have an app. Let me see, what's it called? Now suddenly I can't find it, but I can't find it. Crisis Go. That at the beginning of the pandemic or stuff, they told us, or the one that's that would tell you if you were in proximity for someone else who had COVID or stuff like that. So that's an app. So that you could call that one the time sensitive. So basically, if you have an app that you want to hear from no matter what, you would find it. Okay, that's good. So now you have the choice up here in the Monterey that says allow for time sensitive alerts. Okay. The Catalina that I am showing you doesn't have that. Okay, so then you go down your list of things that your computer has. So if you use Mail, the Mail app, not the Chrome Mail app, but the Mail app, which I will be teaching you how to use as a, next few classes. Then again, do you want to get it every time you get an email? Do you want an alert sitting there that you need to say okay to? No, that would go crazy. I get too many emails to have an alert needing to be.
Same as Gmail.
But do you want to see it in a banner? Yeah, I do have banners because when I'm sitting at work working, I'm tapping away, working, doing my job. Out of the corner of my eye on the right side, I see, my sister sent me an email about something. And if I'm working, I say, I'll check it later. And an alert, a banner just pops in and out, disappears. But then as I'm working, I'll see a little message, Emma wants to know for tomorrow your schedule, and go, ooh, that one I need to answer now. So then I'll go to my messages and I pick up what is Emma because I'm working, right? So then that's good to have it, but I also like it to disappear. And if, I don't want to have to be okaying every email. Or no, I don't want to be alerted if any email is arriving. Okay, so you get to choose. So for Mail, I say banner. And do you want sound or not? Again, you choose if you want a bing or not. So you choose what you want and what you don't want. Okay, same with messages. Messages, what are messages? Messages are texts. Do you want to be alerted every time you get a text? God, no.
What do you do about the dinging sound?
Turn this off.
Yeah, I understand, but do you personally like it to ding?
I don't have my texts ding me or my messages ding me. I do have sounds on my calendar, but again, it's
So I think.
but the thing is just a little ding. It's not like it's a huge alarm, right? So
But
it
did you
doesn't-
say you're zooming when it's the ding is on?
if I'm talking, I'm heard. So if my computer dings or if my dog barks, people hear it. So they'll hear a little ding, but it's just a ding. I mean,
Mine has all three channels.
How-
Three things
what do you mean all three? Jen?
on my alerts of what we got. Banners.
No. Oh, you're showing me your phone now.
Oh.
Okay, so let's change to phone. That way we can see how this is set up, because basically you keep going down your list of apps, and for each one, you tell it if you want messages, if you want anything or not to warn you. Do you want each one of these things to remind you? So you guys, do you want notifications from Zoom? So I personally have Zoom remind me 15 minutes before class, hey, class is in 15 minutes. So, but that's me because I teach it. You guys don't have your appointment in Zoom, like you don't have the meeting recorded in Zoom, so you wouldn't be able to do that. I'm going to change my screen, my share, and I'm going to share my phone now to show you what notifications look like on your phone.
Can
So-
I take one choice? Because mine has all three channels.
Yeah, so hold on, but I'm switching to my phone now. Okay, so now this is my phone. So again, how I got to it, I'm in my general settings, and right at the very top, right there is notifications. And then here, do I want messages from the App Store, for example? No, right? So I can go over here and I can say, no, I don't need messages from the App Store. There you go, for example. Or yes, I want messages for the App Store. If so, where do I want those messages, right? This one looks like it's set up as a time-sensitive notification. really the App Store is time sensitive? No, I don't think the App Store is time sensitive, so I'm going to turn it off. See that? So I'm making a choice there. Why would the App Store be a time sensitive notification? Then, do I want to be notified when the locks in my lock screen from the App Store? Not really. I don't need to be notified in my lock screen. So you know what that means? That when the phone is still locked, you see a message. So nah, not from the App Store. Do I want to be told in the notification center? Sure. Do I want to know? So I leave it on. Do I want to see it as a banner? No, or yes. So there's 3 different ways that a phone can alert your stuff. So you choose. It's 3 different places: a banner versus a notification center, or both. So those are 2 different places. I'll show you now what those things are. I'm going to leave this one on too, so that I can show you what the 3 things are, right? And then the banner style, that's what we were doing on the computer. Do you want to be temporary or persistent? Persistent would be the kind that stays on until you say dismiss or go away or snooze. Temporary just appears and goes away. Okay, so you don't have to have the phone bugging you all the time. You control how you want it to bug you or not. So here's sounds. Do you want the App Store to make a sound when it has a message or not? I personally, for the App Store, I don't need this anywhere. I don't, for the App Store at least, I don't need this anywhere. So I'll turn it all off. Maybe what I'll do is I'll leave a badge, so I'll know. Because what the App Store will do is, if it's going to update an app because it's old, it'll warn me you have some updates coming up. So I'll leave a badge, and a badge is that little round one, that little round circle that says 1, 2, or 3. That's a badge. Okay, the little round thing. So basically I left only banners and badges on for this one, for example. Okay, so now I'm going to back up. I'm going to go up to the top and say back, and I'm going to continue with the next one, and so on and so on. So I'm going to go to the calendar on this one. Calendar. Allow notifications, yes or no? Yes, allow notifications. So I'm going to turn notifications on. Is it time sensitive? So do you always want your calendar notifications no matter what? I don't know about you guys. My husband has a calendar in his brain. He is always on ahead of time. He's not even on time. He's always ahead of time, and he always remembers everything he has. I, on the other hand, live by my calendar. And if my calendar doesn't warn me, I don't remember. So I'm going to call my calendar a time sensitive notification, because even if I'm asleep, I want to wake up and see that by 9 a.m. I need to be somewhere, or by 7 a.m. I promise to meet someone, or whatever. So I'm going to, this is an example. It's a good, I didn't know, this is new. The time sensitive notification is new to this new iOS. So I didn't have that before. So I'm going to say that my calendar, if it's in my calendar, I need to know that I need to go to the dentist at 2 p.m. I better be reminded in the morning, because otherwise I'm going to finish teaching and I go home. Next thing I know, by the time I look at my calendar, I've missed my dentist appointment. So, you know, so I will have my calendar when I have things like that, things that are like 6-month appointments. I tell it to remind me 9 hours ahead of time or the day before. And so to prepare me for that. If it reminds me 30 minutes before, it might be too late if I'm not looking at my phone. So I use my calendar a lot to remind me to do things in my life. So I'm going to leave everything on: lock screen, notifications, banners. I'm going to say everything that anything needs to be, and persistent, so that I have to say, okay, got it. Okay, so I'm using like the max reminders from my calendar, and badges, and a sound. I'm going to go like yes for everything on my calendar. I'm going to back out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Go ahead and like work on what you want or not want. So messages again is your text, right? So do I consider text time sensitive? Do I consider this or not? Remember so let me just show you where there's no so it's up to you to go down all of these and figure out, no, why do I want my TV to mention something, or why do I want this or not to mention something? So you choose what you want and what you don't want. Okay, so at the very top of notifications, there's something here, which is, do you want a scheduled summary of all your apps, of all your notifications? So if I turn this on and say yes, then what will happen is, and this is new also, so I don't think it's on my, It's not on my computer. So what you can do is that you can have a summary of anything that is non-urgent. You get one message that says, do you want to see everything that's up with you today or something like that, right? So tell it when you want it by 6 a.m. So you can say at 6 a.m. because you wake up at 6 a.m. So maybe by the time you're shower and breakfast, say by 7 a.m. you want to get one summary of what's up for the day, right? So you can do that. That's up to you. I'm going to say set up later. I don't want to go down that little, see down here, set up later. I'm going to go and click on set up later. So I don't do that, right? But if you want that, if you don't want that, you want to just receive them all as the day goes along, then you leave that off. Okay. Show previews when the screen is unlocked. Yep, I want that. Or never. I would never say never. Or you want to see them always. The previews are those little banners that go in. So
which do you recommend?
Yeah, I mean, try both, but unlock means you have unlocked it and then it shows you the preview versus when it's sitting there in the, let me show you the difference. Okay, let me show you the difference. I'm going to turn my phone off and I don't know what's going to happen to the share. See, the share doesn't go off. There we go. So this phone is locked right now. Okay. So right now, if this is locked, if I just touch it, all I see is the time. If you want your previews, those little banners to show up here, even when it's locked, then that's that thing. And what happens is that depends on what kind of things you want to be reminded about. Anyone can touch your phone and do this. So they could see your notifications because they're showing when it's unlocked, when it's locked. So say that you're in a work meeting and you move your phone and you touch it and you might see feed the dog, buy bread, go to lunch. So maybe you'd rather not. And then you just wait until you unlock it, right? So you wait until you put in your stuff. Now it shows you your notifications. So that's a choice. If you don't care and you'd rather, so personally, I don't necessarily care if my phone shows me my notifications or not when I'm unlocked, but some people might feel sensitive to not have it say, go to the doctor or something like that.
So you put always.
I kind of live by my phone reminding me stuff, so I haven't always, but again, this is your choice, right? It's your phone. What do you want? So that's what a locked screen means. It's the one that when you actually turn the phone off and you touch it, it's here. It won't open unless you put in your passcode, which by the way, everyone should have. I keep finding some people who don't have a password and who don't have a passcode. I highly recommend you have one. And if you've gotten accustomed to being Face ID, sometimes Face ID doesn't work. Like when you completely restart your phone, Face ID doesn't work. So don't forget your passcode, because the first time you turn on your phone, it, like if you turn it off right now and turn it on again, the Face ID or the thumbprint won't work. It needs the passcode. So don't forget your passcode, okay? So if your Face ID, it doesn't work because you have a mask, then put your thumbprint. If the thumbprint doesn't work because you just restarted it or you put on a Band-Aid, then you have your passcode. Have a passcode. All right. So now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull down my finger from the top down. Okay, so I've got my finger at the very, very top. I'm going to stop my share and maybe you guys can look at my little picture of me. I'm going to put my finger here at the top and just pull down gently. See what I did? I just went gentle. I'm not clicking on anything. So just pull down gently. I went from the middle because I just did it from the corner when I wasn't looking. I pulled down the control panel. From the middle down. This should show you your notifications. This phone, since it doesn't have anything set up, doesn't have any notifications because I should set up something on it. So I'm actually going to go into my calendar and I'm not going to teach you how to do this right now, but just to show you a notification, Let me share my screen to show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into my calendar app.
Well, that's for the notification.
So I'm gonna go into my, come on, where's my phone not being shared? Oh,
That's so nice.
why is my phone not being shared? There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go really quickly into my calendar app and see here here's an example. Here I have today's class. Okay, so I had already set an appointment for today's class. And I'm gonna just really quickly show this to you, but I'm gonna teach this later. But if I go into my today's class, I have been told I have an alert for 2 hours before. So that's the alert that would show. And now today I'm going to the Garvin Theater for a play. Garvin Theater, you know, our school, our city college. So if you're a student and you want the cheaper prices, today is the preview, what they do Wednesday and Thursday, they send an email out. You should go into your student email all the time. And then after Friday, it opens up to the public. Anyway, so I'm going there today, right there. So if I click on this thing and I want to be reminded, 2 hours before, I'm going to get an alert. Okay, so that's at 7:30. So at 5:30, I'm going to get a little alert for that. But I don't have an alert set up now. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to create a quick little appointment right now. And I'm going to say lunch at 1 p.m. for example, or not the time, lunch at Fresco, for example, which lunch at Fresco. And I'm going to tell this thing to remind me, what time is it right now? It's 11:19. So I'm going to ask me that at 11 a.m. No, the lunch is at 12:20. At 12:20, I'm going to tell it to remind me an hour earlier. And just watch this. I'm going to go to my alert and say, give me a reminder 1 hour ahead of time. Right? So it's my lunch is going to be at 12:20. So at 11:20, I should be getting a reminder, except for that it's already 11:20. So I might have done it a little bit too late. So it might not pick it up because it's already 11:20.
I noticed that it has travel time also as an option.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
That's pretty
actually say that
cool.
my appointment's at 11:25, so that in 5 minutes I should get an alert for this, okay? And I can also say, yeah, travel time. I can say it's gonna take me 30 minutes to get there, or something like that. Give me that. So in this case, I'm gonna have it also remind me 30 minutes before. So now I set 2 alerts, an hour before. So at 11:25, I should get an alert in this phone. And then also at 12, 5 to 12. So that's 2 alerts that I'm gonna get.
Second alert is later.
I'm just,
Shouldn't the first alert be?
it doesn't matter first or second, it doesn't matter first or second. Good point. It's just called how many alerts, and then just one alert will be in an hour, one alert in half an hour. The order doesn't matter. It matters. The fact is that in 4 minutes, I should get a little badge or banner or alert. Since it's a calendar, I told it all of the above, telling me lunch at Fresco's. And then half an hour before 12:25, I'll get another alert. So I set up 2 alerts, and it doesn't matter that it's first or second or third. I can set up on the phone 2. On the computer, I can set up 10
Which one
alerts.
will go off first?
The minutes matter. One will go off first an hour earlier, and the other will go off second half an hour earlier. But I could have switched it. I could have, but I'm trying to, it really doesn't matter. I could have first told it to tell me an hour earlier, and the second one 30 minutes before. It does not matter. The whole point is that I'm going to get an alert in an hour ahead, and I'll get an alert for 3 hours. So it doesn't matter which one you set up. It doesn't matter at all. All I'm telling it is I need 2 alerts. In that sense, it's saying first or second, but it's not about the order of the alerts. It's about I want 2 alerts. On my computer, I can set more than 2 alerts. On my phone, I can only set 2. Or so when I'm at the dentist and they tell me come back in 6 months for the next cleaning, I send 1 alert 2 hours ahead of time, giving me some time to figure it out that day. And my second alert, I set it for 1 day ahead of time. So the day before my dentist, I get an alert saying dentist at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, the 23rd. And then that day, 2 hours before 2 p.m. So at midday, I get dentist at 2 p.m. So those are my 2 alerts that I get. And hopefully one of the 2 reminds me in time. When I'm on my
So the
computer,
First and second is not relevant.
not relevant. It's just, it needs to call them something because they're different alerts, but it's
Whatever.
not about how long they
When
take.
it's further back in time goes up first.
Yeah. The one that necessarily needs to come first just rings. It doesn't matter which one it's called. So right now, if I go to my banner to see my alerts, I don't have any notifications, but hopefully in 4 minutes or so at this point, in 2 minutes or so, we will see an alert. Now, I haven't taught you how to do it in your calendar. Some of you have taken these classes with me, and I will get to that. But this is just an example of the notifications for calendars. But again, you can be notified if you got in mail, if you got messages or whatever, and all of those things appear. So like if I look at my real phone here, let me connect for a second, my real phone. Although I do want you guys to see that, but I'm gonna connect my real phone. So I'm gonna stop this share. And I'm going to share my phone of my real phone. And so once it starts sharing, here it is. No, it's still sharing my other phone. I need to disconnect my other phone. Select trust. Hold on. My real phone is asking. Ah, perfect. You guys heard my phone?
Yeah.
This is my real phone. Let me show you my banner. So when I turn on my phone, when I pull down from the middle, I have the quick ones. So I guess I have, oh, it's Joanna's birthday. Thank you. Right? That's a reminder to me. I have to send you guys a student survey. So look at that. How cool. This is a reminder to me in real time. Remember we had someone, oh, you didn't, in Photoshop. I had today, we're all observing each doing teacher evaluations, observations, teachers for teachers. And I need you guys to fill out a survey, but I haven't sent you that link yet. And it's a survey, not the one I sent you before about my class, but it's a survey about how well am I doing teaching. I need you to send that and I need you guys to respond to it. So today after class, I'm going to send it to you. But this is my reminder. See, in 35 minutes, I told it today at 12 p.m. send me, I need to send my students the survey. So this is me trying to be helpful to myself, right? Send my student survey out. So this is my reminder. It looks like I have notification. This is a text message. This one here from World Market. Ooh. So I guess I have texts set up. So this is contacts on the birthday of a good friend. It's reminding me. My time sensitive calendar is reminding me. And I have other reminders in here. And if I click and hold, it's reminding me also, these are on my calendar. It reminded me that at 9 a.m. I started today's class. So today is Zoom, but it's 2 hours ago. That one has already happened. But this one is in 30. So it's showing me my time sensitive appointments for today. Then down
Deanna?
here, it's telling me this is a text, and then I'm getting another text from Amazon telling me that I'm about to receive a delivery. So these are all notifications from my that are appearing in my banner no matter what. Then if I keep going down, I have other things in my notification center. And so, oh, look at that. At 7:30, you have a play today. See that? So it's telling me ahead of time. And I guess my app, my New York Times app is set to give me breaking news, which I don't know why I should fix that because I don't really need to be looking at breaking news all the time. But see how there's 2 or 3 things underneath it? If I click on just that, then it keeps giving me a lot of breaking news. And do I really need this in my life? Probably not. So this is an example of, I should go to my notifications center for the New York Times and tell it, no, please don't send me something every time you need it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go to my settings. So this is my real phone, going to my settings. And then And I'm gonna go to my notifications, center, which you can do it from the phone as well, but I'm gonna go into my notifications. And I'm gonna go find, see at the top. These are all the apps that I have, and I'm going to my New York Times, MN.
I have them in my emails. It's
New York
pretty-
Times, banner sounds and apertures. I'm gonna go into that. And look, it's all on. This is when you just kind of say yes automatically when you install. I installed this app a few weeks ago. And I just said yes, and I didn't modulate it. So it's all on. So now I'm gonna go, ugh, really? Do I need to be constantly getting breaking news? I mean, that would be distracting every time I hear something. And so I don't need that. So instead of nuancing it, I'm gonna just go, nah, thank you. I don't,
Where did you get? No.
at the very top, allow notifications. I'll just say no. If I want them, but with nuance, then maybe I'll say it's not important enough for lock screen. It's not important for a banner, but it's okay if it sits in my notification center where I have to forcefully go check for it myself. Okay, so then that's kind of modulating it. Do I need a sound to tell me breaking news? No. Do I need a badge? No.
What's a badge?
What's that?
What's a badge?
A little round circle that gives me a number 1 or 2 or 3. That's what a badge is. So like I showed you about the update needed, that little round red circle.
Mhm. Okay, gotcha,
That's
gotcha.
a
Thank you,
So the badge is that little round.
thank you.
So now I've left it, instead of off, I've left it so that it'll only show up in my notification center. So it won't interrupt me. It won't make a sound. It won't bing when, what is it that we just saw, someone got shot or something like that? Do I need that in my life? But in case I want to keep up to date with what's happening in the world, if I have a minute and I go to my notification center, I can go down and this is my notification center. So I have a lot of notifications, but do I need to read them all the time? No, only the ones on the top here are the ones that I want to alert me, but everything else is all my other apps telling me stuff. Things have been shipped, someone wrote a response, I got a text. So, oh, look, there we go. Wired, so I have things, this is my kid's school, whenever I have something from school. So these are all things that are telling me that things are showing up. This is Amazon, so it's fine, but I don't need them up there in my banners. Okay.
One at a time. You want to keep
If I don't want this one right there, if I click on this one and I don't want it, I can just move it to the right and say clear. I read that one. Clear. I read that one, right? If I don't want to get any of the, then I can just, then I can just, and by the way, this is also a quick way to get it. So I can click on that and go straight. Ooh, this is so important. I click on it, I go straight to that news. So it's also a good way to use notifications to open things, right? So if I'm in here and I go, oh, I want to hear about this. So when I have a lot, I guess CNN isn't in my immediate, so it just sits there in my notification center. So if I want to hear about that stuff or from Time or from school, I'll go to the school one and I'll click on this from my notification center instead of opening up every day my Parent Square app to see if there's something from school. It appears here if there's something from school. So instead of me having to go search, I go, oh, okay, I'll click on that. And it's like basketball team. Oh, this is a PTSA. Oh, the principal chat. I like the principal chat. Okay, I'm going to click on that one.
Did you pick up that old list? Where did you go and pick up that?
In my notification center, which again, I put my mouse and my finger in the very top and I pull down. And that's all my notifications. And I handle which of these I want to get notifications from or not through, as I said before, the notification center. So if I come in here and I discover I really don't need to hear from when my packages are received, I can go to Amazon
Just
and
do
say,
that
don't.
sun one I was trying to track
Which one?
on the sun.
Okay, so since I already clicked on it, it goes away. Because once you click on it, they go away because it means that you've actually paid attention to it. Okay, so see how it's gone now? Why? Because I clicked on it. So
How do
once you
move
click
over
on it,
to get
what's
deleted?
that?
How do you move it over to get deleted? Is it one at a time?
Move to the right. But see, this would get rid of all of these at a
If you
time,
move the
all
arrow,
in a row.
the arrow's not, how do you make it move? Or you.
Oh, sorry, thank you. I put my finger here and go like that.
Or your finger.
But since my finger doesn't get shown to you, oh,
Layers.
It's not the arrow.
see, What's this? Look, it's the dentist. It's my son has an appointment today and they're calling me. So I'm gonna ignore it because I'm teaching. But there we go. So anyway, that's what that is. Oh, that's it. See, that's a text. My son just sent this one. You guys heard of Bing? Dad says there's play tonight. What's the play? And I'm like, nope, don't have tickets for you. But this is a text. This is my son talking to me because I invited both of them. I said, whoever wants to come with me gets to come. And so that's the deal. But that's a text that just arrived. And so it shows up in my notification center. So I don't have to open my phone to see all that. I can just, nothing important, and turn it off. Or, oh, I better answer that message. Okay, so that's what a notification center is. So that you can kind of pull down from the middle and find out what's happening amongst
That's cool.
the stuff that you have. But now notice my phone is off right now. And this is the one that you asked. Do you want, when it's locked, like right now, this phone is locked. If you come by and touch my phone screen, it'll turn on and you will see those two. That is my calendar. You will see that my calendar says, oh, there you go. I got a message. You saw it in action. The dentist left me a message as we were speaking and it appeared. Now, if anyone touches my screen, they will read these. That's because I left them, warn me even when it's unlocked. Versus I don't have my CNN, my New York Times, all the stuff that is, I keep pushing up. Okay, so now I have to put my finger here and I have to keep pushing up to see the rest. So they don't appear until I unlock, until I personally see the rest. So if I say, no, do not show unlocked, then they won't appear. I would have to first unlock my phone, which I am doing by just by looking at it because I have it set for Face ID. So then it allows me to see all the rest. And then to see them, I have to put from my finger from the very top. I forget that my mouse has to do that. Very top and then pull down and then pull down. And then I can see them. Now, if I want to answer any of these, I don't have to go to my phone. I can just click on this and listen to the voice. I can go over here, click on this one, and then to just text my son back. And to show you guys, I'm going to just do that really quickly. And I'm going to say, I'm in class, talk later. Okay. But see, I didn't have to go open my messages app or whatever. I just opened it from the notification center and now it's gone. Why? Because I dealt with it. It's not in my notification center anymore. Thanks.
Is that the same thing as text message?
Yeah, messages is text. I just texted him.
Notifications, I mean.
No, notifications is the feature on your phone that gathers anything that's happening on your phone. I got a text from my son. It's notifying me. You got a text from your son. It's notifying me. Your calendar says you have lunch at 1. It's notifying me. Your son's dentist just called and left a message. So it's notifying me that these things happen while I'm teaching. So when I'm done teaching, I look at this and I don't have to open my text to see if I got a text, open my phone to see if I got a voicemail, open my calendar to see if I have an appointment. This is telling me these things matter, right? Once I click on call Joanna, my phone will call Joanna. And I will say, happy birthday, Joanna, then this will go away. And even if I don't call her, by the way, I already texted her and said, happy birthday this morning. But my phone is reminding me because in my contacts, I put her birthday date. So my phone once a year will give me a little message saying, call Joanna. And so if I click on this, and I'm going to do that right now, see, it's calling her. And I'm going to stop that call. I stopped the call, but see, it's not, this isn't a text app. This is my notification saying call Joanna. If I click on it, the call happens. If I clicked on the text from my son that said, hey, dad says there's a play, it took me to text. And then I texted him back. If I click on this voicemail, I will listen to the voicemail and it'll say, your son has an appointment today at whatever PM. So
They appear in time sequence.
in time sequence, yeah, at the top. versus breaking news 5 minutes ago, this didn't appear at the top because I told it, no, it's not important. But I got breaking news, January 6th panel, whatever. World Market out for delivery 9 minutes ago, so maybe it already arrived. So these are just other things that are appearing. Oh, there you go. See, Joanna, I had texted her today already. And so she texted me back and said, oh, thank you, Dion. So I'm seeing that she responded without having to go to my text. I see that Joanna got my happy birthday. Okay. So that's what the notification center is, making your life, it's, if you allow that app to notify you, a game is being played, music by this person is there, it'll appear in my notification center. If I don't want those, I go to the notification center, don't send me that info, don't send me that info. So I can go in now and say, you know what? I don't really need to be told every time World Market has a discount, because in the end, I'd probably go to World Market once a year. So I should go into my World Market app and turn off those notifications, right? But right now I haven't done it, so there it is. So anything that I haven't turned off automatically is here. Now that I'm teaching it, I probably am seeing that, you know, there's things here that I really don't need and that I should probably be turning off, but I can go back and this is from yesterday, you know, so anyway, oh, look, my husband tried to call me yesterday at 5:55 p.m. and I missed that information, right? So it's telling me that I missed a call. So this is like my life backwards of everything that has been happening on my phone. And when you go, I don't want all that, turn that off in the notifications. I prefer to do this every now and then and go, oh, looks like there's, let me just see what's happening in the news, or let me see if there's anything cool in Sue's phone. And I open it up and I go, I have something to read. Nah, don't want to read about this. Oh, look, rarely seen photos of the Beatles, whatever. Okay, I'll click on this and I'll check it out because I have time. But if not, I can say show less and then just not care.
So
Right.
last means anything referring to Smithsonian.
I have the Smithsonian Magazine app.
So when you hit less, anything that changes Smithsonian got cleared out.
Yes, no,
No,
less
yeah.
see, I have many Smithsonian Magazine notices and show less or show them.
Oh,
Now, if I were to watch, so the top one is a facial reconstruction is that one, 3 hours ago. If I click on it, it takes me to that. I read the article, I see whatever that is. Now, if I go back in here, notice that I don't have that up and now the next one up is the top one. I have viewed that one, so it's not here anymore. If I don't want any of them, I can clear them. If I'm not interested in this one, I can clear it, but the rest stay. If I don't want any of them, I leave it collapsed and I clear all of them. And now I don't have anything until there's a no. Until another Smithsonian Magazine article comes up that tells me there's a new article.
Does it take up memory, all this stuff from these outside?
No, a banner is a tiny, having the application installed takes memory, but the little bits and pieces don't.
The apps under notification center.
I can just turn that off.
Does that mean you get rid of everything?
Yeah, but I know whatever's, yes, if I were to, so these are individual X's. If I were to turn that off, every one of these notifications that I have here would disappear. Like if you want to clear them out, but there's no reason I want to clear them out, so I won't. But yeah, you can clear them all out, but I use them, so I'm not. So like when this class is over, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on the voicemail to see, did they change the schedule? Is something wrong? Why did they call me? Or is it just a reminder? But I'm not gonna do it right now, but I don't have to go open my mail, my phone, remember, oh, during class, Dr. Leah's called me. And then when the class is over, I need to remember myself to go to the phone app and click on voicemail to hear what they say. I leave that there so that when class is over, I'll look and I go, oh, shoot, I need to, what did they change the time? Let me click and hear what it says, because it's right there on that main screen. Okay, so I use the notification center a lot. You guys might or not even know that you had it turned on or not. You might use yours and discover there was thing there all the time, or there's nothing there because you had them off. I don't know what you found. You guys at home, did you find anything that did you find a lot of notifications on your phone when you went to it or not? Oh, by the way, let me change phone now. I'm going to turn my phone off because there's the banner in my other phone. I'm going to stop my share. My other phone, the school phone, now has the calendar upcoming event, the one that I set up. And let me share this screen. And there you go. This is my school phone. And it says in 45 minutes, you have an upcoming event. Now, depending on how to set it up, the newer phones, I notice, you can tell it to give you a preview of the message. Like in my personal phone, it said lunch or send email, but here on the lock screen, it just says upcoming event. That way it doesn't blurt out where I'm gonna be or what I need to do. See, it's kind of like private, but once I open it up and I go in and I put in my passcode, let me go, if I go to that banner, it tells me, because now I've unlocked it, now it tells me what it is. It's my lunch at Fresco. Right, when it was locked, it just said upcoming event. But once I unlock, it turns into, oh, lunch at Fresco in 45 minutes. So that's the banner that is sticking there because I told it to stick there because I know me. Had I told it to just show and disappear, it would be gone. And then I'd go, what time did I have to go? Now it's sticking there because and the only way to get rid of it is that clearing it. Like I showed you before, moving to the right and saying clear, I can move it to the right with my finger and say clear. Or I maybe can snooze it. Let me see, options.
That would be the persistent.
This is the persistent, yeah. The one that needs to be cleared by me. And I personally like that, but you guys might be like, oh, I was reminded and now I remember, which I would not believe exists except for that's my husband. He just has an exact brain code that tells him exactly what's due and has to do for it, does not forget. So you can choose to set your phone for however type of person you are. Mine, persistent message, or I will forget. His, let me know, and I remember. You guys have the choice. Now, Barbara and Josie have had their hands up for a while. So Barbara, what's your question?
In the notifications, right above mail, I have something that says Kerberos, Kerberos. I have no idea what that is.
So in your notifications center on your phone or on your computer to start with?
On my computer.
Okay, you, and what do you have? Monterey? What do you have?
Oh gosh, what do I have?
Sorry. Newish.
Monterey.
Monterey, okay. And so so this is the one you're seeing. So what you have where, say again, and you might need to just share your screen because I don't know. Now, oh, here it is, Kerberos. Oh, okay, yeah. I saw Kerberos, by the way, the other day, and it seems to have a key. It's some kind of a password thing, and it's new to me. I do not know. So in fact, here we go. You had mentioned it. You mentioned Kerberos. So I said, what is that? So I did a search and there you go. I'm showing what I do. Kerberos, Mac OS. And what is that? Mac OS comes with Kerberos already installed. What is Kerberos? It's an extension that helps your users match their Active Directory accounts. It allows users to change Active Directory passwords and notice time or password close to expiring. So it's an extension that you put in and it's already installed. How do I enable? Why do I have, is Kerberos needed? I'm gonna have to read about it. I do not know. This is kind of,
I just saw it.
only authorized users can access the networks using authentication, authorization, and accounting. They're trying to make things more and more safe. Isn't Kerberos the Greek, that dog that had three heads?
No clue.
Greek mythology. Anyway, I think Kerberos with a C was Greek mythology. Anyway, never mind. So it's a guardian that was impossible to pass through. So it's, and when I saw the three things, it reminded me the three-headed dog. Sorry, find it. So it makes you, what I just read to you is that it gives you three different, it's to completely avoid staring any passwords locally. You have to set any passwords to the internet and to provide view to authentication, meaning both. So it's trying, they keep trying to make things safer and safer and safer. Secure. I'm going to look into Kerberos to see. It looks like it comes in now installed, in which case, when you said I'm seeing Kerberos in my notification, which I do see here, it's probably going to alert you if you need, if it's got to do with your passwords, I don't know. So I don't know, it's new and I don't know how to use it. I don't know if it's installed. Set it, so anyway, it's in the utilities folder, so if it says it's now coming, it's probably here. So anyway, I'll read about it, but you, as much as you can, how do I remove it? But I don't want to remove anything. I don't know what it is. Just people use. Is Kerberos far from obsolete? It's an adequate security control. Its ability to use strong encryption to protect passwords and authentication tickets. So it's probably that thing that's working in the background. Because by the way, the keychain is what holds your passwords, and that's another conversation. But this is that thing that makes sure it would seem, from what I'm reading, that the passwords, that they do the whole 3-step authentication. You know, whenever I told you sign into Mac OS, you're gonna have to put password, you're gonna have to put this. It's that thing that makes all the passwords happen. I don't know more about it, so I'm gonna stop right there because I don't know any more than that. But there you go.
Thank you.
It functions in the background, by the way. It's not something that you seem to need to do anything about. It's a utility that functions in the background. Josie, you have a question?
Yes, 2 quick questions. On the notifications, if I'm not involved in Game Center or rarely use Google Chrome, that sort of thing, should I have it off? Does it save battery or anything?
If you don't use it, just don't have it on. Yeah. So this one is off, so just have it off. It doesn't save battery. It just doesn't warn you of stuff. That's
Yeah,
all.
I don't need those things that I don't use,
Yeah,
but
so just have it off.
yeah, okay, but on the Mac,
example-
on
What's
the laptop, where I have Monterey 12.6 and where I have mail for email, it doesn't have to play the sound like that Bing or and so it doesn't notify me that way.
So
Do you
when
know?
you click here on mail, it doesn't say play sounds for notifications?
No, but down below it says, and I just noticed this, I just clicked it on. I wonder if it has anything to do with it. It says when the display is sleeping, allow notifications at the very bottom where you have. Or you
Down
have
here.
it also. That was not on, but
Notifications is not sound, it's notification. It's whatever you chose, in this case, a banner, okay? So when you turn this on, then it just means that it'll still notify you, and then when you wake the computer up by opening it up,
But
notification will be there.
I still don't have play sound for notification.
There's another place where you choose sound, so maybe you have disabled it. So if you go back out of system preference into sounds, sounds, let me see. No, on the phone you can choose sound. It's interesting. No, this isn't it. In the past, from sounds you could choose what sound you wanted. On the phone you can choose, from sound you can choose if you want mails to make sound or not. But on the computer, it would seem that it's under notifications. I might have to ask you to share your screen because I don't. Yeah, maybe you need to share your screen. If it doesn't say play sound, both of my Monterey and my Catalina say play sound. So can you, maybe you're looking at a different, can you share, do you know how to share screens, Josie?
Not really, and I lost all that goes with, I mean, I have you very little on the corner on the upper left, but if you could just give me.
Wait, I can tell you how to share your screen. The one thing is that the way this has been working is that I'm getting questions from the people here and some questions from you guys, but normally I have a lot of you guys sharing your screen when things don't work. But since we're doing these things on phone, like later when we start working on our stuff, you guys are going to be sharing your screen a lot more. Now, since we're just basically seeing settings, not many of you have needed to share, but this is part of the class to share your screen. So don't feel bad. And the first time you share, you're new to the class, the first time you share, I need to walk you through it. So that's fine. It's not like bugging anyone. This is the way the class works. Everyone who's been in my Zoom class forever knows sharing your screen is the only way I can see what's truly happening with you, okay? So let me tell you how to share your screen, because the first time you share, you actually need to change permissions and stuff. So it'll take a few more steps. In the future, it's just a button. So find the place where you see me. I'm gonna stop. Is there any other share happening? No. Do you see, go to whatever place you see me, which you said is only small right now. Do you see the tools at the bottom, where you see mute and chat and all that?
Yes,
Okay, do you see a big share screen button?
Well,
It's gray.
I have the two open, and one is with you giving me the instructions,
Yeah.
and the other one is my screen. So you want the one with
So,
my screen?
The one that has the problem, yeah.
Right,
Not the
okay.
problem, the one that has the thing. So click on, there's two steps. First, click on the green share screen button.
I don't show that. Let me, okay, now I see it.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
click
click
that
on,
one
all right,
first. Then at the bottom right of the next screen that you're seeing, you should see a little blue button with white letters that says share.
correct.
When you click on that, it's probably saying open permissions or security preferences.
It says, yeah, open system
Okay, so
preferences.
say open.
Okay,
So now you're in your system preferences, and on the very bottom of that window, you see a little lock. Click on that lock and put in your computer's password.
okay, let's see. Right now I have your screen with the gallery.
No,
So,
in your system preferences.
yeah, I see.
Preferences. You are in the privacy
Okay.
section.
Okay,
Bottom
now-
left, it says click the lock to make changes.
Oh, okay,
So click
got
the
it.
lock
uh-huh,
and put in your computer password.
okay,
All right. Once you're done with that, let me know.
got it.
Okay, now in the window on the right side, you see the word, if you scroll down, you'll see Zoom, and it's got an empty block. Check
Yes.
it, Little check it, mark it.
All right,
Check it, it'll say change now or later, say later.
you can choose to quit Zoom us now or later.
Say-
Okay,
Say later.
okay,
Okay, good. Now, done. You've given the permission for your computer to be shared. Now go back to Zoom and click share screen again, the big green share screen. That's it. You have to do that once and never again, okay? So you-
okay, so I could close this one out, security and
Close security,
privacy.
yeah. Yeah,
Close
except
it
for
out.
that you're about to show it to me.
Okay,
So
and
go
now,
say share screen,
all right,
big green one, and now again, little blue, white one, and this time your screen will share. Perfect. I'm seeing your screen now. Okay, so go ahead and open the system preferences anyway, because that's what you need to show me now. There it says open system preferences, say open, because you said you need to show me your notifications. So yeah, there's a button in that. Do you see Zoom US would like to record its computer screens? Do you see that?
no,
there. Yeah,
oh,
click
yes,
Click
open
right there,
system
open
press,
system preferences, click on that.
okay, all right,
Good, and now go ahead and do again, click the lock to make changes at the very bottom,
okay,
put in your password. And then say unlock. Good. Now go up to the top of security and privacy and click on notification. Click on that little icon next to the security and privacy. That little, see where it says security, your mouse is right next to the word security and privacy.
I see it,
Yes,
I
that
see.
icon. There you go. The waffle icon that you just touched right next to the word security.
Yes,
Yes.
oh, that,
Yeah, and now go to notifications on the bottom right, which is what your middle, top right, sorry. You were trying to show me how your notifications mail.
Yes,
So
yes.
go to notifications, which is move up, second row, far right.
I had seen it before, I'm
Okay,
missing.
just keep going up, one more row up, yeah, and now one to the right.
Oh,
There
with
it
the
is.
little badge,
Yeah, click
okay,
on that, perfect.
all right,
Now go to mail, where you said you couldn't see. So click on mail.
see how it doesn't have,
You don't have the choice for sound.
no, this is laptop,
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
on
See,
cell
no.
phone I do.
So go back to scroll, can you move it up a little bit more? Because your dock is hiding the bottom part. I want to be able to see if there's anything there. When mirroring or sharing the notification, okay. So
I
by the
just
way-
clicked
by the
on
way,
this.
Stop for a minute. To Jeanette's question, Jeanette, see the bottom thing she's sharing, that it says allow notifications when mirror or sharing the display? That's another place where you can say, turn it off so that we don't get messages when you are sharing your screen. Do you see that? Anyway, do you all see what I'm pointing to? At the very, can you put your mouse over? Yeah. So when it's only when you're sharing, like right now, if you are sharing your screen right now, Josie. So if you get a banner right now, right?
Uh-huh.
That is turned off. So we won't see it. You will see it, but we won't see it.
Oh,
If that is on, then moment you're sharing your screen, if you get a banner saying dentist at 2, we will also see it. So if you leave that off, we won't see it. Now, most people don't mirror or share displays very often. I do for hours on end because I teach. But so anyway, I'm just trying to think because Jeanette had asked about it. So I'm showing it just because it's there. Now, why your sound is not playing is weird. Can you go up at the top? Do you have headphones turned in? I see there it says headphone notifications.
I don't have them on right now.
But see your second choice on the left is headphones. Go ahead and click on headphones. I'm wondering if you have it set up. Show notifications when you have headphones on. Don't know that it makes a difference. Click on something else to see if you get sound. iMovie, sounds and alert. Kerbero, sounds and alert. Maps, you have sounds and many things, but not on mail. How funny.
Messages, there it is, play sound.
You have it on you, so it's not like your sound isn't available. It's just not available for you on mail.
Yep.
Now, do you use your mail app? Maybe you've turned off sound in your mail app preferences because you can't turn these things on and off in other places. So let's go to your dock and open mail for a second.
Open the one on my dock.
Yeah. Okay, go up to the top word that says mail at the very top. Click on that and save preferences. And it's possible. Go to general. On the top left, you have fonts and colors. So go to the first one that says new message, play sounds, new message sound. You have it turned on. Yeah. See how it says new message sound, play sounds from the election. So you do have it turned on.
Where is that prefer?
The third choice. The third choice, top, go up to the top. Default mail. The third one is.
Oh yeah, new messages, new message.
Yeah, click on that and choose a sound. I don't know, choose boop, whatever. Choose
just Crystal for now.
Okay, so now let's go back into your notification center to see if that made a difference. Go to your go down to your dock and open system preferences.
Do I close? Oh, okay.
No, leave this on. Just
okay.
Or go up to your Apple icon and click on system preferences. And then
there it is. No, that's for
go
messages.
to mail, which is go down where you were and 2 up. Yeah.
It's
No.
still not there.
All right, so this is something I don't have an answer to. So this is the kind of thing that you might need to check in with Apple. Because
Yeah, I'll call Apple support.
I don't know why it's not showing up. What if it didn't show up on anything else? I'd say something's up with your sound, whatever, but no, it doesn't. So it's there for other stuff. So I don't know why it's not showing up for you.
I'll call Apple support then and let them know. Yeah.
Right.
So do I just do stop share?
You can do stop share or I can stop share, but go ahead. If you see it, say stop share.
Okay.
Perfect. Great job. And now you don't have to go through all of that. From now on, whenever you have to share, it's just the 2 share screen, the green one, and then the little white one.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Oh, everyone here has gone through it, right? You guys? Everyone's
Exactly. Many times. Many times.
Yeah. So no problem at all. It's the only way I can have you guys be helped at home. Here I can walk to them, but at home, the only way is sharing your screen. So it's part of the class. So thanks for going through that. All right. So any other notifications questions. Again, you handle it from the system preferences on your computer, from the settings on your Mac, what you want to be notified about. Then how to use them. I showed you on my computer. There used to be a notifications. Let me do one thing. I'm checking. Screen, let me share my entire screen right now. If you have Monterey, they've changed how to use so I showed you on the phone how to use the notifications. Remember, on the phone, hold your finger down, that's where you get your notifications. Where are the notifications on Monterey versus Catalina is different. So now I'm showing you how to see Notification Center on your screen. So here's where you handle what you want to see. Do you want to see mail on or off or not? Do you want to see calendar on or off or not? This is where you change it, but this is not where you see your notifications. This is just where you make a decision if you want to see your notifications, right? So I'm going to turn off my system preferences. Now I'm in my computer, and on my computer, I want to see my notifications, right? So on Monterey, it changed. You go up here to the top where you see the date and the time, and you click on it, and these are your notifications right there. Okay, so you turn it from your date and time right there. That's how you turn on your notifications. Yeah. And then you can see the things that right now are set up to put in your notifications on the, I'm going to stop this share. And on Catalina, hold on. So this is Catalina. And by the way, I did have a banner set up right now a second ago, but since I have it set probably to not sharing, you're not seeing it. But now look at Zoom. Guys, here, look at Zoom, because now I'm sharing my computer, which is, so it's not showing up there. So now it used to be that you had up here on the far right, you had some other stuff after the date, and then you had these little lines, and that's your notification center. So for older computers, you had these 3 little lines there, and that was your notification center. Now you go over there to the date is on that corner on Monterey, and you just click on the date and it pops up. And so you guys look, this is my calendar, and see how it says lunch at Fresco. Remember that I set that up in my calendar? There it is. It's telling me lunch at Fresco, which is now in 19 minutes. You can add whatever stuff you want to the notifications center. And since I don't have many things set up, nothing is being notified to me in this computer because it's the one that doesn't have much going on. My real computer, if I go to my notification center, all these things that I've been showing you on your phone, equivalent but different things that I have going on my computer, because I don't have all these apps on my computer that I have on my phone. I don't have New York Times telling me there's breaking news. I don't have that kind of stuff. But oh, look, Linda's discovering a lot of stuff in her notification center.
She tried to find love on a dating app and uncovered an army of fake men.
Oh, that's the news app, right? Because I just saw it on the other computer. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna head back to Monterey. I'm gonna stop sharing with this. I'm gonna share Monterey. And in Monterey, this is what you're reading. I clicked on here and this is what you're reading. One of these said that a second ago. So this top stories is the, there it is. She tried to find love in a dating app and uncover an army of fake men. That's what Linda just wrote. So in news, you can be subscribed to Apple News. Again, I don't know, some charge or not. And this is the best of Apple News. And so you need to pay for that. So if you want to read that article, you have to pay for it. But this stuff on top, you don't. This is just the stuff that's for free in the news app. So what's in the notification center in the computer is whatever you chose. So these are the ones that come automatically on your computer. Like it gives you the date, the time, the temperature, and it shows you the top stories in news and the stocks and your calendar. Those are the things that come automatically. Okay. And you can choose if you want these or not. Like if you don't follow the stocks, then you can turn this off. Or if you do follow stocks, but you want a particular stock, you can choose which stock to follow, right? If you don't want to see the news, you cannot. And if you do want to see the news, you can. So here's how you do that. At the very bottom, it says edit widgets. You see this? Edit widgets at the very bottom. Click on edit widgets. And here you can tell it which things you want to see in your notifications. And so, for example, is it sharing well? Yeah, I have this thing in the way. Sorry, I needed to move my map goes out of the way so I can do that. Okay, so I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom and I'm clicking edit widgets. And so I can say, okay, I know. It's giving me a 5-minute reminder. See, I live off of my calendar. So here's my calendar. See a compact view of your upcoming events, and these are my upcoming events. It's basically the ones that I just told you, right? So tomorrow I'm teaching Photoshop, for example. Next Tuesday, this is my school calendar. So next Tuesday, I'm teaching you guys again. Thursday at Manka, the play. So this is my school calendar, and it's warning me. Do I want to see that? Yes, I do. So that's good. I'm going to leave that one up. Do you want to track the day of the month? Okay, so I'm going to say plus because I want to see my calendar showing me my calendar. Do I want to keep track of my upcoming events? Sure. Let me know what's my upcoming event. Do I want to see a day of the month calendar? Not really. And I keep going down. Do I really need to see a world clock with 4 clocks? Or do I want just the current time? Well, maybe just the current time. And so see how it shifted. Now, maybe I'll say, no, I don't want the current time. I like the 4 clocks. So for me, for example, I like the 4 clocks. Why? Because I call my mom who lives in Argentina all the time. I have always foreign students who live with us as exchange students and who live, last year I had an Italian girl. Now I have a Portuguese, Brazilian girl. So I want to know when to talk to her parents. And so I do want to have the time of these different places.
Are they all playing music too, along with all the kids?
When they're at home, yes. If not, no.
We have a lively house.
I do. Which is why I have 3 teenagers, because mine own are only 2 teenagers, but the third one's always one of these. Yeah.
Do you set these clocks for like Argentina and you set it?
Yes, I do. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So anyway, and you can show, and one last thing I wanted to show you is you can have this be small, medium, or large. So like if I want a larger or a big one or the full-on calendar. So if I want just a little note, or if I want a bit more, I tell it here how to show it to me. So and then I go over here and I go, well, I don't really want to follow the stock. So I can just click on the minus on the one that's already there. I don't want to have a screen time set up limit. And so this is to limit my screen time. I want news, but I want to see this, so I can move this up because the first thing I want to see, so I can click on one and see this more importantly than the time, or I want the time more importantly than the weather, or I don't care about the weather. So you move from here to there what you want to see. So do you want to see today's news, or so that's what that one was, or do you want to see my notes? I use my notes a lot. I don't. Do you want to see your photos? So say I say, yeah, sure, show me photos. Oh, but I don't have any photos in this computer. So it would be nice to see photos. I don't have much in this computer because it's a school computer, which is why I'm trying to get it changed. But see, I took off the the stocks. And so back here, if I change my mind and I want it again, I have to press plus. Or I can say, well, I want to find a particular stock, so I only want to follow one. So you press plus over here and you follow one. Do you want the forecast instead of just, you know, like for example, if you're someone who travels for work, do you want to have another place, right? So I'm going to move this one up here and put it next to this other one. So now I've got two weather things. Okay, so once I'm done organizing what I want to see, right, then I can click away. And now that's what's in my new notifications. So now, how do I change my clock? I right click, go back to it. I right click on this and I say edit clock, right? And it turns around and I get to say, well, I want to see Cupertinos is the one that stands for Santa Barbara for some reason. If you try to say Santa Barbara, it defaults to, it's to California, yeah. So the second clock, instead of Japan, I want it to show me Argentina. So I'm going to click over here and I'm going to search for Buenos Aires. And there it is. The second clock is going to show me the time Buenos Aires. And then the third one maybe is going to show me the time in Milan, where my other student was from last year, Milan, Italy. And I'll say done. So now when I'm done, it's reformatting and it's going to show me this is here in California, this is in Argentina, this is in Milan, that the fourth one is still saying Paris. And so I've changed plus many 9. I'm going to right click, edit clock and say that the last one instead of Paris, I'm going to have it check on, I don't know, somebody throw something out, maybe New York, whatever. Done. So now I have the times in different places. Now here is the local, this is weather. Sorry, it took me, I have to right click, okay, to change. So weather, it does matter more. Cupertino is kind of hard to have the weather. So my location, if your computer is set up with location services, and I'm not sure if this one is because of the school. No, it still says Cupertino. I don't know if they have it set up, but if not, instead of my location, I need to find, I don't know, Santa Barbara, California there. So that's going to be the current weather for that one, 67. And then this one I'm going to edit and say that I travel all the time to New York, for example. I'm going to hit here and I write New York.
I don't understand how to get this.
Now I can see, oh, look at that, New York and Santa Barbara. Our weathers are pretty similar today. Probably not going to happen the rest. So you
change the time to military time.
You can, not on these clocks, you can military time because these are showing you an analog clock, okay? But if you just want your time, your computer's time up there to be in military time or not, that is different. This is the computer time, and that one, yes, you set through system preferences. Go to system preferences, and you go to date and time right here, and you can tell it where, you know, different things, but you could also hear, I have it locked. I can't unlock this computer. Sorry, you have to do it on your own. You come in here and you can change it to show you the date and time formats in different regions and languages. Oh, maybe it's letting me. What's that? 24-hour format time? It did. So it did actually let me change it to 24-hour format. So it also tells me in Fahrenheit versus in Celsius. So you just tell it what you want. So now it's telling me, if I go to my time now, it's in this, don't get scared, 19 degrees. This is Celsius. I just changed it to give me the time in Celsius. Go back to Fahrenheit. So this is all from, I'm gonna turn that off to go back to the PM, AM, all that kind of thing. But with this on, it is now 12:17 which right now sounds similar, but once we hit one, it would say 1301, 1401,
Where do we-
1501.
where would you go to do that?
Over here in the system preferences,
Mhm.
date and time. So you change it here, and I went to set date and time formats, use language and region preferences, open language and region preferences, and it turned on date, 24-hour time. And it's called in America, you guys call it military time, but in the rest of the world, it's just called time. Because this is the only country that uses 12 PM, AM. It's
Oh,
just,
really?
I missed, my mom missed a plane back to Argentina. It cost us $1,000 ticket because the plane was supposed to leave at 12:05 AM. And so we showed up at midday. Because our brains don't work that way. And it had taken off 12 hours ago. Yeah.
No mercy from there.
No, because I cannot believe that I'm okay with 1 PM, 2 PM, all those things I get, but when it's the midday, 12, to this day, I've been in this country for how long? I'm dual citizen. I still cannot figure out the 12 PM, AM, which one does it mean? It's really hard to get that 12 AM is midnight. AM is morning. In my brain, 12 AM is morning, AM, morning. I read AM, I think morning. 12 morning, midday. That's how my brain thinks. Okay, anyway, we missed her return flight. Anyway, guys, it's 12:19. I have gone once again past my time. Yeah, oh, I wanted to tell you guys that in my computer, I am getting a message that says lunch at Fresco in 6 minutes. And I can't, and it's not sharing, it doesn't share, but it's an alert. And it says either close or snooze. Like, do I want to close this message? I got it, thank you. Or do I want to snooze it? In which case it'll remind me again. I think it takes 10 minutes and it pops up again. Okay, so that's because I told it persistent, like keep reminding until I dismiss the message. So if I now say close, it'll go away. Let me see if I can share on the phone. I can share it. I can't share it on the Zoom, doesn't share it on my computer, but on my phone, I believe it will.
Fresco has closed.
It's open downtown.
Yeah.
Right into the barrel.
Right.
The banner, I already
The one
dismissed
we
this
know.
banner. I already dismissed the banner on my phone, and so it's not there anymore because I read it, I got it, and so it didn't. Anyway. So these are, yeah. Anyway. I'm gonna stop my share. I wanted to show you that banner, but it's on this computer. Walk up to this one. But you guys at home, I can't, banners don't share themselves. What's that? Yes, I'm gonna go, guys, if you can all hang a little bit more, I'll send it to you guys now. And you know what? I'm gonna put it in the chat. For anyone who's still here and has a few minutes, hang out. I'll put a link in the chat for you guys to go and fill out the survey. And then that'll be the best way. So let me go grab it for you guys. Give me a second. And if you need to leave, then I'll email it to you. I was supposed to put it in here. I don't know why I didn't. So if you can stay, this is the request. Please stay for a few more minutes so that we can do this. So I need to find the link. And I'll send it to you guys.
Send me an email.
Yeah, I'll send an email. Give me a second while I go into my email and I search for evaluation. One second. Evaluation. Because I am evaluating others and they're evaluating me. I got the wrong one. I got the one where I evaluate others. Where's the one where I get it all? Here. Here I go. Here it is. Okay. So, for those of you who are still on the chat, go to the chat, please. And I am posting right now a link. There we go. Please click that link in the chat. I put in the chat a link. In the Zoom, you guys, you can go to your chat, everyone who's here in person. Yeah, that's fine. So go to your chat in the Zoom and click on a link and it'll take you to an evaluation. And then for those of you who don't have the chance, I will now email it.
Oh, it's a video.
Well, no, actually, it's a, stop. Every single student in the entire college is getting this video. It's just that I made the video and they're my students, but it's for everyone. You guys might get confused because it's me telling you guys, because the whole point is no matter what class you're taking, you'll get this video saying, hey guys, please do it. It's easy, go for it. So you're welcome to watch the video. But it's basically me telling you how to fill out the survey, but it can be confusing to you guys. Not that every teacher did their own. I did it for the entire class.
Oh God, what's the name of the class?
Chat again. Here, and click on that one. That's it. And it basically teaches you how to use try again. So this is you, and see, this is me telling you guys how to fill a survey. That's why you see my video, but I could be doing a jewelry class. Okay, because all of us are doing this. Our students are doing this, so you can watch. If you want to watch it, yes, but you won't hear it actually on some here, except for not to scroll a little bit lower. Basically, just like there's 5 stars. 1 star means you don't like me. 5 stars means you love me.
I'm Diana Saki. I teach computer. It's here at the School of Extended Learning in Barber City. I love teaching.
Deanna,
Yeah, as a teacher myself. Yes.
I feel like I have.
did you say you sent it to us on our email? I just checked my email. It didn't come.
No, I will. I put it in the chat. I haven't yet. I'm still technically, I just put the link in the chat, but I will send an email out. Yes.
Okay, because I'd rather do it in email. Is today the
Well, the
last?
link will take you to a survey. It doesn't matter if it's, like, if you click on this link right now, it's gonna open up a web page that has a survey. You can fill it out whenever you want.
Text or email.
Like, if you click on that link, you'll see it takes you to a page and that's it. And then you can fill it out later or not. The link in the email will be the same link. It'll take you to the same page that if you click on it now, it's an extra page that'll open up. And then you choose to fill it out whenever you want. You don't need to fill it out right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So just click on the link, have it open. But for those people who had to leave or weren't able to click on it right now, I will also send the same little link that I put right now in the chat. I'll email it to you guys. I'll do it now as soon as everyone moves. Or you guys can stay filling it out. I'll do it right now. Class is over. I'm gonna end unless you have any other questions, and then I'll send this email out. Any
Well,
questions, you guys? Those of you who are home?
Nope, we'll see you Tuesday.
All right, see you guys on Tuesday.
Have a nice weekend.
I need to go and download the roster because I don't have it here and set that up, and then, so it might take a little bit before you get the email. Okay,
So if we hit leave, it's still on my computer screen to fill it out, correct?
yes. It's
Yeah,
just a
okay.
page.
Yeah, thank you.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.